Here we go then, everybody. Welcome to the 2022 Le Mans 24 Hours, the 90th running of this very historic race as well. 62 cars, about 168 drivers going to take part this weekend, and we can't wait to get going as well. And this is really going to be where the fun starts as well. So much action to look forward to over the next 3 hours of practice, and hopefully as well our timing screens are going to correct themselves shortly as well. We're going to get underway round about 8 minutes time as well. If you're hearing us, hello to Synthel as well. Don't know what's happening with our broadcast stuff. It seems like everything's going a little bit wibbly. Yeah, I'd rather have technical failures at the FP1 than later on. I think everything's sorted now anyway. We'll get that sorted down anyway. This is the command deck then, the battle computer, as to what we're going to be watching as well. We have got TweetDeck in operation as well. You can get in touch at Joshua Burch 99, both on Twitter and as well on Instagram. There you go, there's the Instagram thing as well. The 60 AF Ferrari Corsa looks like it's going out there. There's the 91 GT-Pro Porsche just getting ready to head out onto the circuit as well. But we are about to go green as well. The track is green as well. Track temperature is 28.4 degrees. Humidity at 63% as well. Wind speed at 17.6 kilometers an hour. Air temperature 18.4. Pressure is at 1003 megabar as well. Wind direction 251 degrees throwing around as well. This is the first practice session for Le Mans. Never usually televised this, but brilliantly this year it is, which is good news. We're getting the information that the green flag and track is clear, which is great. Hopefully as well we're going to have the messages in operation on sunscreen. That is hopefully coming shortly as well, so we can flick between them all. Hopefully at some point as well a driver tracker will be in operation. Now, it's not here yet, but hopefully we're going to have a very special camera. Race control, they have a 360 camera usually, so we can put that on the stream and have a look around at the stewards as well. But I believe in a second we've also got pit radio coming through. We've also got team radios and everything to wait forward as well. I've got so many people in my ears right now as well, which is really confusing. Let's take a big look here. Here's the battle computer that we'll go to whenever we need to go off the camera. But there, as you can see, the cars give you a bit of a stat. Those in blue are LMP2. Those in red are Hypercar. Those in orange, they are GT-Am. And those in green, further down the list, are GT-Pro cars. Only 7 GT-Pro out there ready on the circuit as well for this one. But as you look, I got that down. It all goes a little bit wibbly on the timing screens. Just below, you can see who's leading in each session as well in terms of the Hypercar. So it's going to be a full list of everything ready as well, as I believe. We've also got Radio Le Mans coming through as well. Sheridan's down in the pit lane for them, so we can hear interviews as well coming through. And Louise Beckett is down in the pits for the world feed of FIA World Endurance. So everything is ready soon. Green flag will be in 5 minutes' time. And hopefully, with our TV pictures coming back shortly, we should be in for a good session. Right, here's the comm team for you as well. I will be in for every session, including the whole 24 hours will be broadcast live as well. I'll be missing a total of about 3 hours of the Le Mans 24, due to the fact that I'll be covering the F2 feature and then the Formula 1 Azerbaijan Grand Prix. So Megan will take over lead comms for that segment. Megan will be joining me shortly as well. She's currently having to walk back home, so she's making the long trek to the commentary box more often than not. So Ian Burch will be with me hopefully shortly as we get ready. Green flag keeps getting selected out on the circuit as we have got the green light, but not for the correct time. As you can see, the timing screen's just getting ready. As who's going to head out first in the Toyota Gazoo Racing number 7? Out there will be Mike Conway, and the number 8, Sebastian Boemi. Looks like they're going to venture out on the circuit as well. Are you sure I won't be able to join for the feature? Yeah, absolutely sure, because I'm going to have to do it on my own because it's not on the same computer stuff as usual. We're desperately trying to find a way that may be You can join if we can use this equipment, but Megan looks like she's going to be in here, and I'm going to have to go in there for the commentary box. Megan's also commentating on the main race, on the main qualifying session for Formula 1 as well, so she's doing qualifying. It's all a bit up in the air, but you'll be delighted to hear that this will never happen again. Formula 1 and the World Endurance Championship of Lamar will never, ever clash again, we're being told. So this is a one-time thing for the future, as well as it always seems to clash with Baku. Anyway, 3 minutes to go until the green light goes on. There is Eduardo Freitas, the race director. Got used to hearing him, haven't we?
From what we do here, and so that we can also contact you. The track has been declared wet, and rain lights are supposed to be on low mode.
So clear as always.
And that is the race director, Eduardo Freitas, as well, who we were just hearing from as well. And it doesn't look like the 51A, of course, a Ferrari is going to be heading out there onto the track. Massive engine rebuild at the back as well, so there's a big problem there. The two Toyotas getting ready to go. About 2 minutes to go. Yep, 2 minutes to go until the green light. In fact, 2 minutes and 3 seconds. 2 minutes precisely now as well as they come out. 3 hours on the clock for the first practice session. All will be live here as well on YouTube. Whenever there's a car out on the track for WEC and Le Mans, we'll be covering it across. We've got loads of hours coming up for you today, though. 3 hours of practice for World Endurance. Practice 1 for Le Mans. Then 2-hour qualifying. And then a 2-hour practice later on in the evening as well. So there is a lot.
Last year.
There is a lot waiting on it as well. So just get the faders ready because we are going to be hearing from Eduardo Freitas shortly as well. Cars getting ready at the end of the pit lane. You hear Eduardo Freitas declared the track wet. So wet tyres in operation. Rain lights must be fitted. But it's a 13-kilometre track. It could be wet at the start line. And then it could be dry on the Mulsanne Straight as well. It's that type of atmosphere. About 1 minute 13. The 52A, of course, is going to head out to the track as well. It's got no wheels on it at the moment. The Be Safe Racing Ferrari out there. The 74A, of course, in the GT-Pro category, heading out there. The Grand Tour Endurance Pro Driver category, if you want to know what they are. The Le Mans Prototype 2 is LMP2. The Le Mans Hypercar is the LMH as well, as they come through. About 1 minute 30 to go as well. Then the timing screen should activate, and they should head out onto the circuit as well. You can see the track temperature and air temperature just below you as well. We have got tweet deck in operation, but as... That's 15 seconds, I believe. Here we go then. Stand by for action. The first practice session for the 2022 Le Mans 24 Hour. The 90th running of this event is about to start.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Free practice 1 has started. Free practice.
And now it gets exciting.
And away we go! The green flag at the end of the pit lane. The Le Mans 24-hour week is underway. The cars are heading out onto the pit straight as well, and out towards the Ford chicane and the Dunlop chicanes. We're all ready to go. Starts here, starts now. And this first practice session, more crucial than anyone might think as well. You need to know, are your cars good? Are the setups ready? They had an 8-hour test here on Sunday because they couldn't hold it the week before. Usually it happens in the mid of May, but they had to do it on Sunday, the normal test. Now this is the first official practice session. They can actually turn the cars up to full wick as well and get ready to go. Now, several of the cars in the LMP2 category are not heading out onto the circuit right now as well. The Penske's aren't out there. Neither is the 709 Glokenhaus car as well as they come through. Hopefully the timing screens are going to work shortly because several of them are coming out. But 1 minute 16 elapsed. No idea of where the time remaining is, but the track is green. We can tell you that right now. And we are underway. I think they're having a few issues getting that timing screen working. But driver change as well. Kamui Kobayashi has got in. There we go. Timing screens begin to open up now as well. And hopefully it will get going soon for the green lights. Driver's already heading out there as well, as desperately trying to hold on. So let's go down to the pit lane about the Ferrari.
Simon Mann went off in that. Clearly plenty of time to rebuild, but they have lost track time. And one thing that really stands out for me, as well as the new liveries from the cars that don't compete in the World Endurance Championship, it's great to see a car in P2, yellow and blue. It's the Team Penske entry, and it's still a pinching your arm moment to get across the fact that they are here, the Team Penske crew. They're only competing up to this round of the championship. The first 2 rounds, the WEC play, and we'll see how it goes. It's number 5. It's yellow and blue, and it's Penske. And Penske, we know, it's gold through and through. You look at their success, Johnny, not over the years, but over the decades across the championships around the world. Great to have Penske in the mix.
It'll be Shea Adam and Joe Bradley looking after pit lane matters through the course of the next hour and a half at least. And Joe's reporting to me off air that the engine of the 51 Ferrari is going in now, but it's a flurry of activity down at AF Corsa. Certainly something they haven't planned for, but they'll desperately want to be out for some running today.
Yeah, it looks like it. They're going to remain out there for a while. Anyway, cars are heading out on the circuit. We're on board now with the number 7 Toyota Gazoo Racing as well. Kamui Kobayashi at the wheel of that, of course, previous winner of this race. The number 7 Toyota finally getting it last year out as well. We'll now go to the correct tweet. No idea what's happening with our timing screens today. They're either working or not working. So while we get them fixed out, we'll go to the main graphic as well. Cars are heading out there as well onto the track, and hopefully we're going to have an interesting run here. Out there as well, don't forget, Goodyear tyres now on for many of the LMP2 runners as well, instead of the Dunlop. So we're expecting as well the Goodyear blimp here on Sunday, which is going to be absolutely fantastic to witness as well. Everybody loves a good old blimp out there as well on the circuit, especially the Goodyear one, which has been at the British Touring Car event many a time this year. Cars just circulating on their first official lap times now, as well as sitting alongside me now in the commentary box is Ian Burch as well. Good afternoon, Dad. How are you doing today? It's very
I don't
hot
like
and
being
humid.
described as a blimp.
I wasn't on about you. I was on about the track conditions out there with the Goodyear blimp. How are you?
I think it looks quite nice at the moment.
It's good conditions. The track is declared wet, but they're out there raining on the dry tyres.
Yeah, well, this part of Europe have had a bit of a... well, it's like as... How can you put it? It's not one of those tropical storms like they have just had in the Caribbean, but we've had this weather system that's been dragged over by the hot weather that we had at the weekend.
Massively hot weather across the whole of Europe, actually, as well as they come through. There's only a few tech issues.
Obviously, it kept off for the Jubilee.
It did, yes.
I hope everybody enjoyed that. We enjoyed that. Been watching some of it back this morning. And now we get back onto the subject of Le Mans. I've been down this road.
Have you? Oh, yes, you have, haven't you? You mentioned that last year, I believe.
Yeah. Oh, look, I love the sight of the LMP1 and LMP2 cars. There's such, how can you put it? Futuristic.
Yeah, absolutely.
Smooth, elegant. You know, and then to think that you've got 3 races in one here.
Yeah,
if not 4.
Well,
4.
3 technically, isn't it? LMP-H, LMP2, and so on. It's technically the 2, isn't it?
Yeah, the LMP-H is the hybrids, isn't it?
Yeah, hypercar.
Hypercars.
Well.
Yeah, and they are the future of this race. You know, slowly by 2050, you'll only have the hypercars. The electric cars racing around here. So we've got to get the technology right.
Absolutely, as well as it keeps trying to break through to get correct, but it doesn't seem to want to work at the moment. So the timing screens aren't exactly correct, but we have got our first time out there. It's a 3:39.629 for the LMP2 squad. But
it's hurting my eyes. Yeah. I'll be honest. This timing screen. It's got so many, it doesn't matter which one you look at, they've all got so many different colours on them.
It's flashing several thousand times.
It is like a strobe effect, isn't it?
It's very annoying and very bizarre to get it right as well as they try and break through. Anyway, hypercars out there, that's the 43 out there in the LMP2 squad. as well. If my eyes can get to the timing screen quick enough to tell you, it is the Inter-Europol competition with Pietro Fittipaldi at the wheel.
Synthel's here.
Yes, he's just completed his 9th and final exam, I believe he said earlier on.
Oh,
in the
wow.
chat,
Best of luck with your results in a few months.
Now, I just point out as well, what usually happens in practice 1 is it is the official run for the testing of all the equipment, not only across us, but across Lamar itself as well. So we haven't had that this year. And as you can expect, all systems are going absolutely bonkers.
The one thing you can say about these whether it's the 24-hour of Le Mans or one of the copycat races that have come into the WEC series, is that it's like a camping trip.
Yeah.
Right? For, you live, eat and sleep in them garages, don't you?
Yeah, it's you're literally there for the entire week and you will never be free of it.
And for the commentators that are commentating on this, it usually takes a lot of logistics just to get fed.
Yeah, especially me, who last
I
year...
was meaning you.
Yes, I know. It's a lot of money out there. Right, Toyota in the hybrid class has gone top then as well, the number 8 Toyota. I can't tell you what time it is, but because the timing screens still aren't catching up. Antonio Fista Costa has done a 334.092 for Jolter. That's all we've got on that timing screen at the moment.
Look at that car.
Ferrari.
I mean, that Ferrari is absolutely looking pristine. I guarantee that in about 8 hours' time, right?
yeah, it'll be mucky.
It'll need a real good wash.
It's the 52 AF Corsa, Ferrari 488 GTE Evo as well.
I
with
love
Antonio Foucault, Miguel Monia, and Davide Rino at the wheel, as there's the 708 Glockenhaus Racing, getting a bit slow out there on the back half of the track towards the Porsche curves.
I love the way that they can smash these cars to pieces and then they resurrect them.
Yeah, that we've seen so often.
Last year I was mentioning the one that was completely destroyed by fire, and then next year or the year after, the very same chassis came back and won the race.
We've got a yellow flag displayed on the circuit. That must be for the Gleekenhaus that's going off the track. Still not sure why, but it's green flag now, so track is back to clear. As this timing screen not actually showing us the correct information, so I'm going to try and get it back open.
One of the traditions, like in Austin, where you can go up on the tower.
Yeah, and it's a man as well. That wheel, predictably, which as you can see,
I love his colour scheme. That is
Ferrari.
Yeah, but it's nice to see a black and white car out there for obvious reasons.
It's Ranger van der Zande as well out there, who is technically a rookie in this event as well, in the 66 Ferrari. That's in the Am category down there, as our timing screen, and one of them has failed, but it hasn't. You're back with us at Le Mans, and with our timing screens working again. We've just seen the 35 of the Ultimate go into the wall as well, with its rear broken wing out there as well. We've got the Hypercar Gazoo race, Toyota Gazoo Racing number 8 of Sebastian Buemi top, 3 minute 30.464 on the timing screen. You can see on this one, you can't see on that one because it's too small. So not going well out there at the moment, but into the pit lane as well has gone the 17 DKR Engineering with Lawrence Hoare in there as well, and one of the rookie drivers coming into this weekend as well, including one of the drivers, 16 years old and 118 days, the youngest ever Le Mans driver in history. Venturing out there as well. Anyway,
Who's
there's
that?
something. Oh, now you're asking me a question.
Well, we've got some quite famous names. Kobayashi's out there, Sebastian Bourdais. Pedro Fittipaldi, he's out there at the moment. And I was looking for Robert Kubica. He's up quite near the top. He's and just behind Alex Lynn.
If anyone's wondering why I'm a bit rusty, 162 drivers as well. It's quite hard to get off. It's Josh Pearson, the American, 16 years old, 3 months and 25 days, when he takes the seat for his first stint in the Le Mans 24 Hour as well. The youngest ever driver. And considering that in Formula 1 you have to be 18.
Sophia Fleur, she's driving the LMP2 car with, I think it's numbers 13.
And it would be it is. No, hang on, let's take a look at where Sophia is.
Sophia is out on the track at the moment, or get ready to go out.
In the 47, out there as well for the Argyle Pro Racing. She's driving with Jack Aitken and John Flabb as well. So Jack Aitken, who was an F1 driver for one race and put it in the wall. We don't talk about that much, but at least the timing screens have started playing with us here as well, which is good news as they head out to the track. Several cars coming.
Sam Bird's out there, the motor Formula E ride driver who from Britain. He's out there in a Ferrari 488 GTE Pro.
Yeah, and Sam, of course, out there driving with Felipe Fraga and Shane Van Gisbergen. Of course, Shane Van Gisbergen from the V8 Supercar Championship in Australia.
This is one of the famous things. There's Bolatelli, there's, Sorensen,
names you've heard throughout the years.
Names that you've just, this race attracts everybody up and coming and everybody that has ever driven at any top level.
And also looking for it as well, let's go through the class leaders as things currently stand as well, which is something I really need upon another monitor up here in the comments box. We need about 7,000 monitors to keep an eye on this weekend as well. Hopefully we are going to have the 360 camera at some point as well from Race Control. We're just waiting for that link to come through. We don't think it's going to be here until race day, which is a shame, but Eduardo Freitas is standing by. Right, in LMP1, or the LMP hybrid category as well, it's Sebastian Buemi on top. And we've got a yellow flag out there somewhere on the circuit, so can't see any driver tracker, because of course they don't have one, but I'm sure we'll get it told to us in just a second as the fastest car comes through. This is Sebastian Buemi, the number 8 Toyota Gazoo Racing, who is 3/10 up at the moment on his teammate's time. Well, I say teammate, two very different rivalries in that team at the moment. Across the line and goes 2 seconds off the pace, so stays down the order. So he backed off along that last sector. Frank Malimex is on the Gluckenhaus Racing is P2 at the moment as well on a 3:31.503. And it's also interesting to point out that Toyota, who've been so dominant for so many years here at Le Mans, are not currently leading the LMH standings. It is the Alpine team who are leading as well. They've come in this year with an upgraded car and they have swept the opening races as well. Toyota very much on the back foot here for once at Le Mans. But they've got 2 cars. Alpine only have 1.
I've got a lovely smell of cooking coming through the open door. I don't know where that's coming from.
It's also very hot humidity here in the UK right now, so with the back of the commentary box doors open, you can just smell everything coming through as well. 3-hour session, remember, 19 minutes gone as they come through. Keep the message coming in as well. And as the weekend goes on as well...
Overall, the 2 Toyotas are leading at the moment, and you do expect that.
Yeah, this early, yeah. We haven't seen the Alpines out there yet either, to be fair. The Alpine run, which comes, of course, from Nicolas Lapierre, Andre Nagao, and a rookie with Matthew Vogtser out there coming out on the circuit as getting in the car, one of the Ferraris. That is...
And for the Grid Networks just said hello and good morning. Good morning to the United States. You've got a number of drivers and a number of teams. Team Penske's got a car in this race.
Yeah,
in fact, I think they've got 2 or 3.
In LMP2, the number 5 car as well, with Dane Cameron as well, Emmanuel Collard and Felipe Nasr. Dane Cameron making his debut here at the Le Mans 24 Hour, the same as Emmanuel Collard, but Felipe Nasr, who has raced here several times at Le Mans, it's actually his debut season in the World Endurance Championship.
Have we got a certain actor driving this year, or is he just...
Patrick Dempsey.
Yeah, he's done pretty well in previous years.
Dempsey Proton Racing, sadly not driving this year, but the 2 Dempseys, the 77 in the Am category as well, has got Sebastian Poyux as well, Christian Reed and Harry Ticknell, so 2 rookies and a main driver, the silver drivers, and the 88 Dempsey Proton Racing, that won a couple of years back, Jan Halen as well, Patrick Lindsay and Fred Poordad as well out there on the circuit, as there, I believe, is... Oh, it's the 93 Porsche.
Other than Sophia, is there any other ladies in the field this year?
Yes, the Iron Dames as well out there, the 85 in the pro category.
Because there used to be an all-female team.
Yeah, that's it.
In recent years.
In the GTE-Am category, yeah, the Iron Dames as well, with Sarah Boy, Rachel Frey and Michelle Gatting as well out there on the circuit. But
any of our W Series drivers driving?
Not as far as I have known at the moment. Sophia Flesch would have been a W Series driver.
Jess
out there.
from British touring cars as well.
No Jess Hawkins, which was a disappointment for me as well. As there, you see, that's Toyota's advantage being taken away. Top spot has now gone to
the hypercar.
Yeah, of the Glickenhaus 007 and the 709. So it is well, we can't see the timings there at the moment.
Frank Malux.
And the time is a 3:30.034 as well. So I can see on this screen, but on that screen we need another big monitor.
That's Sebastian Wemy's time by about 2 seconds.
Yeah, that's impressive out there at the moment.
1 3/4.
So that timing screen's ahead of this timing screen, which isn't right because it should be the same. So we'll
Chevrolet Corvette Racing are a second in the LMGTE-Pro at the moment.
Yeah, and in there as well is Nick Tandy, of course, Alexander Sims and Tim Milner as well. Tommy Milner, sorry. Tim is his official name to everyone in the paddock as well. I don't know, Tommy Tim? Is that
like Jev, I suppose.
Yeah.
John Eric Verne is known throughout the paddock as Jev.
Yeah, and it used to be a GEV on his racing thing, didn't it, Jev? But then he changed it to VAR because of Verstappen.
And now now VAR's been taken over by some other sport.
Yeah, I don't know which one as well. Could have used that on Sunday, but then again, we won anyway, so that was all right. Time is not updated.
Well, we don't mind the missed opportunity of missing out on 2 deliberate penalties against us, not being given.
That's advantage. You're back with us, finally, here on YouTube. Hopefully it's working. If not, blame Virgin Media. Everybody should blame Virgin Media. Their appalling internet that is supposed to be 500 megabytes is running at 50 megabytes on this computer right now. Virgin Media, an absolute scam company, in my opinion, because we've got nothing. Everything seems now to be just about working up here in the commentary box, so we've lost about 25 minutes on that one. So apologies to all of you at home who use this as a watch-along and as a commentary. Apologies, we've just lost 20 minutes. Virgin Media, who, as I said, 500 megabytes we're supposed to have, 50 we're running at, and it's a shocker, absolute shocker. So that's why we're desyncing as well. But you're back with us. Right, let's update you. We've had a full course yellow out there as well as one of the Porsches had a bit of a problem out on the track as well and got beached as well. Wait a minute, this isn't apparently, as you can see on the TweetDeck situation there as well. If I open up TweetDeck and zoom in as well. Oh, no, can't open the page because the internet's shocking. There you go. It's the 86 Porsche that was in the gravel trap as well and was struggling out there as well. So fingers crossed it's going to work. So that is why we had a full course caution for a little bit as well. Not even a slow zone. They went straight into full course yellow as well to slow everybody down so it had time to get back into the pit lane. As things stand then, it is Frank Maluex who is top in the Glickenhaus as well in the 709. He's done a 3-minute 29.017 and is top of the board at the moment. We're 50 minutes into the session. We've got 2 hours and 9 minutes to go here before the end of the first practice session. We will, fingers crossed, be with you throughout the rest of this, unless Virgin Media, I don't know, decide to cut off the internet cables themselves because they're useless. Anyway, further down we go. I know we should really be on Sky broadband, but unfortunately we don't get the ultra fast around here. Anyway, Sharon's down the pits.
As an American, it's a bit of a dream come true. You get to race a Ferrari with Tony Valander. It doesn't get any better than that, does it?
Yeah, it's an awesome experience to be here. It's a lot to take in, a lot to learn, obviously, but between Tony and even Christoph, I learned a lot from Tony, and as a team, I think we work really well together.
It's been a busy season as well, doing a few IMSA races and WEC. How much have you learned on the season about the 488 that's going to help you in this race?
Yeah, I mean, obviously between IMSA and the WEC, we use 2 different cars. So GTD is very different driving style as well compared to GTE. So sometimes it's a bit difficult to do the switch, but a lot of drive time, which is awesome, and that's the best way to learn.
In terms of getting to come here in person now for the first time, what's the part of the track that's caught you out the most? Because it's just so much different than virtual reality.
Yeah, I mean, I think the whole track is incredible. It's just, there's a different feeling about this track. I really enjoy the whole track, really. I mean, the Porsche corners are obviously really nice, and Indianapolis and Tête Rouge, but yeah, just a really special feeling to be here.
Good luck the rest of the week. We'll talk to you a bunch.
Thank you.
Shane Adams down in the pit lane as well. One of the drivers who was an esports driver now has come back as well to play in the main factors. At Joshua Burch 99 on Twitter and Instagram to get in touch with us as well. Apologies for that as they come through. Let's go through the field then, shall we? It's the two Gleekenhaus cars. Top of the board at the moment as well. Frank Majewicz and Louis. Hay fever, honestly, who'd have it? Right, let's go through the field, shall we? It is Frank Majewicz who's top at the moment in the Gleekenhaus on a 329.917. The second car, the 708, is in second with Luis Felipe Duraney as well, done a 330.102. Look at the two Toyotas though. This is how much they've been neutered so far. And this is practice one, but they're not leading the Drivers' Championship at the moment as well. That goes to the Alpines. So if you look down there as well, Toyota, the number 7 with Kimi Kobayashi, has done a 330.403, sorry. And then 334.64 for Sebastian Buemi, the number 8 Toyota. That's how shocking things are out there at the moment, having issues out there. But a lot more to watch out. Now, throughout this week as well of broadcasting, we are going to have, fingers crossed, the ability to show you race control because of that 360 camera. So we're going to have the 360 and zoom around some of the stewards as well at important times. That'll be on another screen. Got the YouTube chat you've just seen us open as well. Got all the timing datas that you need to see as well. Let's just talk you around it as well. Timing screen, obviously P1. Then you see the car number, the class system as well. Then the driver. Just below him here, a little manage of the track. And they got the track temperature, humidity, wind speed, air temperature, all that sort of thing as well. Then further below, this is where things get interesting as well. You ready for this? You see how many cars are running on the track right now, how many are in the pit lane, how many are out on out laps. That comes in handy. And then how many are officially DNF'd, then the class leaders. Anyway, think we've got someone down in the pits. Shay, down to you.
Johnny, yeah, so I haven't built the Technic version of this Ferrari 51, which it is actually. It has the stickers for the 51 as well for the 488. But the problem is that there are still two mechanics sitting on the scaffolding of the engine bay of this car. The good news is I think there are more parts that are going back on as opposed to parts coming off. There are fewer hoses being chucked out the bottom of the car than there were the first time I walked through. So I would say maybe about another hour or so until we actually get this car out, but it might get out for the end of practice before we go into the qualifying session. Good news for them, there's only 7 cars in their class, so they only have to beat 1 person to make it into Hyperpole.
Yes, the fastest 6 from each class go into Hyperpole as well. We'll explain that when we get to it on Thursday evening. So tonight, of course, we've got the qualifying session coming up straight after, then another practice. But right now as well, we had a brief yellow out on the track. Not sure who that was for, but we are green now. And a 5-minute stop-go penalty has just been awarded as well to one of the Gleekenhaus cars as well. And I presume that will be the 709 who's currently running out there on the circuit. So we'll keep an eye on what's going on. Now, this is the 708 Gleekenhaus hypercar, who is second with Duraney at the wheel coming through Recruitment, which is the last 2 corners. I think this is just one of those slow, dramatic replays they like to show us throughout a few of the times. There's the 63 Corvette. And how beautiful does it look, slinging through the Porsche curves as well as they rang back through. So I just want to have a confirmation for you out there as well in the Am category. We got asked earlier on, where's Dempsey Proton Racing? Well, it's the 77 Dempsey Proton Racing with Sebastian Poirix, Christian Reed and Harry Ticknell, and it's the 88 Dempsey Proton Racing with Jay Hayden as well, with Patrick Lindsay and Fred Poordad as well out there as the Corvettes come out in the GT Pro category into the Ford chicanes, and then Recruitment, the last corner, before coming past the flag. And, of course, the Tricolor will fly there at 3 p.m. British Summer Time on Saturday for the whole 24 hours. And you can watch the whole 24 hours here on YouTube as well, where we're hoping that the internet's going to stay out throughout it all as well. We'll have numerous guests on as well throughout the week as they come through. 63 Corvette looking beautiful with that rear of the car as well, like a bumblebee almost as well. It's a beautiful car, similar to the Ferrari in terms of bonnet design, but then you get to the side of the car as well. It's got the black little veins that pop out for the air intakes as well. It's a beautiful machine as well. And Corvette beaten here, of course, back in 2017 by the Ford GTs. No longer here, the Fords, which is a shame, as they came back and defended their honour with the Ford GT40. The new one, of course. There's a giant wasp or something that's flown into the back of the commentary box. This practice session number 1 can't get any stranger, and it's buzzed off now at the back of the box. So as quickly as it came in, it found its way out. Let's take a look then at the LMP2 category, and leading that is the 23 United Autosports USA with the youngest ever driver in Lamar history. Joshua Pearson is out there as well. He's done a 331.563 out there as well. So that just shows you how close at the moment the LMPs and the hypercars are. But we're expecting those times to dramatically come down in qualifying later on. In the GT-Am category, which is Grand Tour Endurance Amateur, it's the 79 WeatherTech that's on top at the moment as things stand as well. The 93 Dempsey Proton Racing out there as well is the 3rd entry. Although it's not official because the 88 Dempsey Proton Racing and there's the Proton Competition 93 out there as well. That is with Matt Campbell, Michael Fassbender and Zarkoni Robinson as well out there as the field comes down this long, crowded pit lane as well. More garages are going to be brought up soon as well as that's the 98 out there, the Northwest AMR, the Aston Martin Vantage, and running to the back of one of the LMP2s. Anyway, here is the running order at the moment then, with the number 5 Penske for all our American viewers who absolutely adore Penske as well. They are running, as things currently stand, if we take a look at the timing screens, in 23rd position. With Dane Cameron at the wheel. They've done a 3:39 as well as their timings. But overall, look at the Alpine though. Sorry to come across myself, but the Alpine is 7th fastest in the Alpine Elf team as well, with Matthew Vaux at the wheel as well. That's a disappointment that we're seeing there. Anyway, nearly an hour in to this session as well to come through. As they head down across the start line, back towards the first couple of corners here, of course. The first corner, Dunlop curve, then the Dunlop chicane, down through as well La Chapelle, before back onto the main straight, down at Tit Rouge as well in Indianapolis. We haven't actually seen much of the second half of the track, if any at all, actually. We don't even think we've seen the Mulsanne just yet, thinking about it, as the cameras aren't up just yet. So this first practice session, I think, has been in total a shot of garages and coming onto the Mulsanne straight, because we've only seen onboard cameras of that. I don't think we've actually got the cameras set up to look down the straight. No, we don't. So that's a surprise. As they swing back. And we've got a lot more data coming through because Joshua Pearson has jumped up to lead the LMP2s again and is now just coming to the pit lane on the monitor, as you can tell, as the Northwest team as well, with Nicky Tim in there as well for the 98 car. That was in the gravel trap earlier on, now back into the pits. Just went through the polystyrene boards as well, which is why we had to bring out the full course yellow to clear it all and get everything off the track. It was too fast to sector, of course. It was just down at the beginning of the Porsche curve, so couldn't have anything of that. We're past an hour, 2 hours to go, as Norman Nato for the real time by WRT comes into the pit lane now as well. 3 o'clock Central European time is the start of the Le Mans 24-hour. That's 3 p.m, of course, here in the UK as well, I believe, actually, because it doesn't start at 2. It starts at 3. BST, believe me, I know that. Something's taking over my earphones over here. Oh, and we've got a spin up down at the first chicane. I believe it's the Alpine, it is. The Alpine Elf team having a little bit of a spin out on the circuit as well in the 36. We've got a driver change out there as well, as Gabriel Aubrey has taken over for Frank Detox as well out there, and Pietro Fittipaldi has given way to David Hemmer Hansen down there in the 43 car. So the first hour done. Now, the second hour, you get your second drivers in, go around for an hour, then you get your third drivers in for the last hour, and bingo, everyone's had some practice time as well, which is good news. Oh, is it working? It is. The remainder graphic is working, although, as I say, it seems to have gone a bit funny. Right, let's get off this then and start showing you the correct time remaining. I'm pressing the wrong button. There we go. So that's what we're supposed to have. Time remaining in this session. The countdown, not the count up. Nobody likes the count up. And if that's working correctly, and the fact that my watch is buzzing, must mean that the internet's working properly finally, and that's why we're having loads of spinny things. Finally! So it looks like there's a solution there, which means someone's going to join me in the commentary box shortly, hopefully. This is overall then as well. The RP36 having that problem out there as well. Still the 7th fastest on the board. Not set any improvements. In fact, with being beaten by 2 LMP2s is embarrassing at this stage. But it's not unusual. Last year, the Gleekenhouse cars were further down the field. This year, they're 1-2. This GT-Pro category, Corvette Racing 1-2. 64 to the 63. The 74 Riley Ferrari is in 3rd. Porsche 92 and 91, 4th and 5th. Ferrari AF Corsa is 6th as things stand. Let's have a weather update over to Haggerty Radio Lamar.
By Visit Cayman Islands. Worth the wait.
Pleasant afternoon at the moment, warm with 20 degrees Celsius, actually the high now, and we have reached that. Fair bit of cloud around keeping that heat in, and the risk of rain is relatively slim, although perhaps growing as we head into the evening hours, which might well affect free practice 2, the first of the night practice sessions of the next 2 days. Wind from the west-northwest at 20 kilometres per hour. Tomorrow, well, first of all, a low tonight of 12 degrees Celsius, and then creeping higher and higher tomorrow to 21 as a high.
That is the weather, which we wasn't supposed to go to, but I heard it and thought, let's listen to some radio as they come through. So Garcia is in the second of the Corvettes, the 63, running second at the moment out there and looking quite good, but back into the pit lane as they swing back through. And if everyone's wondering why I sound like 2 different people in my ear, because there's actually 3 people in me and myself, and then I've got radio from Le Mans and radio from that of the world feed, so all the interviews coming through. There's the 64 Corvette then just circulating back at Tête Rouge for the back straightaway. As the 32 Team WRT with Dreer Van Horth going out there 10th currently in LMP2, just getting ready for his stint out there on the circuit, which is going to be interesting news. As the number 7 Toyota is in there as well. I think I was going to have a driver change shortly as well. Just double checking because they have changed over. So in there was Kamui Kobayashi. Let's hear from radio.
Well, you don't want to flat spot them and chuck them in the bin and put another set on.
Okay, that's Anthony Davidson, but we should have heard a radio just then because it popped up on the team graphic that we were as they come through. So has there a driver change? Yes, Kamui Kobayashi has given way to Mike Conway, who now gets his first shot up there in the number 7 Toyota as they head out onto the circuit. Not using the full pit exit just yet. That'll be enforced in the race itself when they must go on the motorcycle layout. But for now, in this part of the race, they go through. That is Brendan Hartley, who is in the car right now as they come through. And that is Motorsport coming through as well, doing some TV recording. How I wish we were trackside for Le Mans. But with it being Formula 1 this weekend as well, and we, of course, cover both, we had to stay here as well. And let's head down to the pit lane, because we've got some news with Josh Pearson.
A young American driver that has just got the 23 United Autosports car. Josh, last time I spoke to you was at that incredible, your introduction to the World Endurance Championship, where you took the win in the class. It was an incredible start of the season, and it looks like it's just going on and on.
Yeah, you know, it's been a great start to the season, and we're in a strong place right now. We got a quick car. I was just in the car and jumping out, so I've got some things to work on. We'll look at the data and then go back out and see what we can improve.
And you've already been in the car, obviously, test day last week, at the weekend, and now You've just got out of the car. What do you think about here at Le Mans, the track, etc.?
It's a beautiful track. It's actually a really fun layout. You know, it's the long straightaways you would think are quite boring, but it's actually a quite flowing track. So there's a lot to learn here, a lot of confidence, and you know, I'm just kind of figuring things out still.
Now you are just 16 still, aren't you?
Yeah, I am.
Now at 16, you kind of really, understandably, not to sort of take an interest in the history, but this place, I would imagine, you can't ignore the history of this place.
No, there's so much history attached to Le Mans. You know, I grew up watching Truth in 24 on Audi and Ford versus Ferrari, so I absolutely love this event. It's super special to be here.
I would imagine, though, Josh, when you're at the wheel of the car, you've got to put all of that to one side and just focus.
Yeah, you know, I really do, but that's kind of part of it. You know, you can take it all in and then do your job behind the wheel.
Great stuff. I'll let you go back to work. Pleasure to talk to you again, Josh. Have a good Le Mans.
And that is Josh Pearson, who's out there on the circuit then, as he's the American driver, but 16 years old. The youngest ever driver in Le Mans, going to head out there onto the circuit shortly, which is absolutely fantastic. Okay, Grid Network has got a comment through as well, as I'm desperately now trying to adjust our graphics so they work. So give us just a tick, and then I'll get back over to you, because I don't want to miss anything, as I've just got to hit copy and paste, and then I can press the button number 3 to wipe over. Grid Network has said as well, hello guys. Bummer, F1 is running same time as NASCAR takes the weekend off next weekend, but not this weekend. Yeah, and the main reason is now, we've got to talk about this, is the fact that there is not usually allowed that FIA World Championship events, they're not usually allowed to take part on the same weekend. And especially when it's a big event. The Le Mans 24 Hours should never, ever be on the same weekend as an F1 race. That was agreed upon after Baku 2016. So they've actually gone back on their words, and comically enough, they've put Baku on the same weekend as Le Mans. Now, they've blamed COVID as well because of the Chinese Grand Prix, so they've moved everything out. But that's not the case. So hopefully, fingers crossed, it has been revealed that this will never, ever, ever happen again. Formula One, no race at all, will take part on the same time as the Le Mans 24 Hour. So even though we're here this year, next year, hopefully, we'll be trackside commentating on the event as well from the track. All 24 hours. It's going to be fun as well. So fingers crossed. But no more will we have to, like we are this weekend, where I'm doing 21 hours of the 24 and Megan's doing 3 hours leading the commentary as I go do F2 and then for an hour and then do a 2-hour block of Formula One in Azerbaijan. The Formula One coverage this weekend, by the way, is going to look a bit different. We're having no features whatsoever. We're just broadcasting the races themselves and all the sessions. So we're going to be on air at our usual intros for practice on Friday. Saturday will remain the same. I'll be in the commentary box. But then Saturday qualifying is where things different. We'll go on air at 10 to the hour instead of quarter to. And at 5 minutes to go, Megan and Ian Burch will take over commentary as well. And then I'll be in here for the start of Le Mans. And then on Sunday, we will be on air at quarter to the hour for a 15-minute build-up to the race. Instead of our usual half-hour, 45-minute build-up, we're showing no highlights of practice or qualifying or anything because we've got to be bang on. And we're also on a very quick off for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, depending on how long the podium takes, because we should be broadcasting back in this box for the last hour of the 24 hours of Le Mans. So we're on a very quick off as well. And then later on in the evening, in the Grand Prix review, we'll be showing the podium as well and getting all the feedback as well with Ian Burch in the box with me as well. So that's how it's going to work this weekend. As well, the British Touring Car Championships, none of those are live this weekend. All 3 races are going to be delayed and shown one after the other as live. So basically on Sunday we go from the 24 hours to Le Mans to Azerbaijan, then back in the main comp box for Le Mans, but we never stop the Le Mans stream. Then as soon as Le Mans is over, we will go to IndyCar at Road America and cover that race live. And then straight after that, we'll go to the British Touring Car Championship and cover those 3 races. And then after that as well, at around about 10 o'clock, we'll do the Grand Prix review, where we'll look at the podium, commentate on that like we did back in Bahrain, and then etc. Then we're done for the day. Right, Megan's walked back into the commentary box now as well, so we'll press button 9 while she takes her headsets and comes in. She's finally cooled down, actually, as well. Were you actually coming in to talk, or what were you coming in to say? I can't. Well, hello.
Hi.
You sound exhausted.
I am. I've got blisters on my feet now. The car is back.
The car is back?
Yeah, me, Mum and Daddy just heard it. Literally, we heard it in different areas of our house, and we were just like, car.
Like the TARDIS in the episode of yeah, okay. Anyway, hello, Megan. Welcome back to the commentary box. Welcome to Le Mans. We've had a very strange hour, but as you know, the internet's been going funny. But how is that, by the way? That's why Burch left the commentary box, because he's gone to do the internet. How is it?
He's on the phone to someone.
Well, I think Virgin Media needs a very stern talking to. Anyway, welcome to Le Mans.
Chocolate?
I'll take a line. Thank you very much. We can't eat at the same time, though. Welcome to Le Mans. You'll be leading the commentary for a number of hours, 3 hours on Sunday, and you're leading the F1 coverage for qualifying. You're looking forward to it. It looks to be an interesting weekend, this. Lots of different action. But do you want to know something very interesting and very good? This will never happen again.
Good.
F1 and Le Mans will never clash again.
God, it's so much to deal with.
It really is too much to deal with as well, so that's the good news. Anyway, welcome, Megan. Into the pit lane then, there comes the Aston Martin. He's at the 777 car, which is the last of, well, it's the D-Station Racing. It is indeed, with the Aston Martin Vantage, with Charlie Fag out there as well, Tomohiro Fuji and Satoshi Hoshoni as well out there at the back of the field. As well.
My feet feel horrible.
Did you walk? Now, just really, that's why you weren't here, by the way, and you are an hour and 13 minutes late to the box. Just explain what happened, because you've had to walk backwards to home, haven't you?
Yes. The car had something wrong with it.
Yes.
So we've been without a car. So I've had to walk to and from college.
Yeah, to come up through as well.
And go around Aldi.
Yeah, it's not nice, is it? The 86 GR Racing in the Porsche 911 RS19. Shay Adams in the pits.
Mechanics for the 63 Corvette. The car should be coming in fairly soon. They've actually just sent Ian out to the wall to get a quick glimpse of the car if he can. He's coming back. Yeah, it looks like they are going to be bringing that car in here shortly. Let me go check in with Hollywood and see if he could tell me what's going on.
Okay, we'll allow you to do that.
Thank you, Shay. As Megan gave me a piece of chocolate, which I'm just trying to get down. Hopefully you're all going to enjoy this one, as we're now properly up and running for the Le Mans 24-hour. Stay tuned throughout all of it. It's going to be a lot of fun. 24-hour broadcasting. It's going to be madness as well. And hopefully as well, we'll have loads of guests on as well. It's only the Grid Network, by the way. I know, Joe, you're watching. If you want to pop on anytime, just feel free. Maybe we'll try and simulcast the show as well on Saturday, because I know you're doing a Grand Prix preview tonight with the wonderful Kobe Lambeth as well, and Adam Lemreds as well will be doing our preview show for the 24 hours later on this evening. Right. Hang on a minute. 1 hour 44 to go. We had 1 hour 15 in, so that time is clearly still a bit dodgy there. Anyway, TweetDeck Open as Richard Westbrook now, who is in control of the 709 Glickenhaus Racing, is gone out on an outlap. Sorry, as we see the Iron Lynx as well, the Iron Dames as well. I think those two drivers just having a little bit of a debrief there. Both of them looked very much intense with what they were saying out there. As that's the all-female racing teams, the Iron Dames as well. Want to highlight them on your tracker. It's the 85 car out there as well that you need to be looking at, and hopefully soon as well. It hasn't been printed out yet, as it hasn't been released towards the media yet. I know it's been on Twitter and Instagram, but the official driver tracker as well, in terms of the spotter's guide, has yet to be sent out in a PDF for us that we can mark out up on the wall with the marker of doom. That's being brought soon. Now, there's the car that caused all the problems. It's the 88 Dempsey Prodan Racing in the Porsche. That's come back into the pit lane. Now, they're getting all the gravel out of it. They're fixing up some of the suspension, some of the brakes as well. And hopefully, it'll be back on the track soon, because it's been missing way too long. As they come through, Back on the other half of the circuit, there's Eduardo Freitas in race control on the 360 camera, just watching on as well on the screens and looking all the way around. As happy birthday, Steph, is said in the background there as well. It looked like as they're all just coming through and playing around for the 500. And yeah, looks to be interesting out there as we're getting some grips in as well. As Joe's down in the pits.
I've got Charlie back. You had me worried there. I didn't think you were going to get out the car. You've been in it from the start. What was it all about?
Yeah, no, I was in it from the start, just to get a bit of mileage. The last stint I did was a lot of full course yellows and slow zones on Sunday, so it was good to get a bit of a feel for it. And yeah, it was long, but it went by quick, I can assure you.
I noticed they used the time also to bed in discs and pads. Was that what, just routine?
Yeah, just routine. It's what we normally do. It's just a spare pair of brakes in case we need them for the race, so nothing different there.
So plenty of preparation, I would imagine, on iRacing and stuff to get ready for this weekend?
Yeah, plenty of prep, and I would tell any sim racers out there that as much as you do here, it's not the same when you get the real life, promise. So yeah, it's been great to learn. I've spoken to some great people before I got here, but until you experience it for yourself, it's a different beast.
I mean, you know what, you started the season at Sebring, an iconic racetrack. I know your motorsport history, and that's part of it that you love. But here at Le Mans, it's a different feel, I would imagine.
Yeah, another level. It's just another step up to everything that I've ever experienced in my life. It's quite different from Croft at Ginetta Juniors, if I'm honest. So yeah, it's great fun. I'm just loving every single lap I'm here. Of course, I'd want more and more for myself, but I'm also under no illusion. It's my first time here. Let's, don't be an idiot and bring the car home.
So what's the programme going into the race, if you can give anything away? I mean, we know, TF Sport, they know how to go about these long distance races. Is qualifying something that you guys are chasing, or is it, or not?
We're just going to see where we are. It's not a case of trying to do anything or not trying to get pole or trying to get pole. We're just going to go out and drive as fast as we can. And like you say, the boys and girls at TF are so well versed with all this sort of stuff that I'm literally just a part, trying to play as best I can. So just following their instructions, and I'm just trying to do the best job without putting in the wall.
When did your dad get here?
My dad gets here tomorrow afternoon.
And your mother?
Same.
Oh, cool. Great to talk to you, just out the car. I stopped you having your debrief. I'm sure you're going to go and do that now, Charlie. Thanks for talking to us.
Get the debrief. Yeah, thanks that, guys. Yeah, get the debrief sorted. I think that's something that needs to be done, as we're seeing the 22 in LMP2 out there at the circuit, having a big slide coming down at La Chapelle as well. And that's the United Autosports USA as well, at the wheel. And I just trying to double check who's at the wheel of that one at the moment as well. If I take a look at the monitor, it is Will Owen, who is going a little bit wide. There's a familiar face, Megan. Antonio Felix da Costa in the Jota as well. Yeah, filming some of his driver changes going on as well. Doesn't look too bad out there, does it?
It doesn't look too bad, though. Maybe we should look out for the sliding, because it's not exactly wet conditions and they're already sliding. So we should definitely look out for that during the 24 hours, especially during the end of it due to tiredness. Like I feel right now. I literally laid on the floor in the kitchen for like 10 minutes.
Oh, is that when you came back in after walking?
Yeah.
Yeah, no surprise.
I literally laid there. It felt like home.
Just talk us through the time screens for a second. Just talk us through you have to look at this one, I think. Megs, could you just, with an hour 20 down as well, nearly half distance, could you just throw us through the teams as well at the moment? Just the name and number, because everyone else can read that.
The name and number.
Yeah.
Name
position and number.
Right, so number 709 is first at the moment. Good for them. Oh, and its neighbour 708 is second, so good for the 700s, I guess. Though third is number 7, 8 is fourth. Okay, are they just liking to go like with their number neighbour right next to each other on the board? Then fifth is number 23, sixth is number 9, 36 is in seventh. This is getting really confusing for those who are just half listening, because you just think, we're over numbers. Right, so 8th is number 41. 9th is number 13. 10th is number 45. 11th is number 38. 12th is number 1. 13th is number 22. 14th is number 48. I wonder if you get the same position as your number. That would be fun. Right, so 15th is number 32, 16th is number 28, 17th is number 37, 18th is number 35, 19th is number 30, 20th is number 65, 21st is number 47, 22nd is number 83, 23rd is number 10, number 5 is 24th, 25th is number 3, 26th is 34, 27 is 24, and it's in 28th it is 43. Is that all we have?
There's 6. There's a lot of them.
Well, I can't see anymore.
Yeah, that's all that's on that timer screen. Anyway, thanks, Megs, as they come through out there on the circuit. Hour 30 hour 37, I should say, to go on this one as well. Let's go to the YouTube chat then, as I'm flashing around big time out there at the moment. But let's go through as well. Grid Network. Joe Samiega says, cooking breakfast and getting ready for work. Looking good as well. And Tony Gonzalez says, where is the main stream? We've got different screens flying around everywhere, but this is the watch-along main screen that we're doing across the whole 24 hours. We're going to have loads of different guests coming in as well and joining me in the comms box, but this is our watch-along stream. There is no official stream of anything on that we know, but if anybody can help him out with the TV screen, send the link in as well and get through as well as they're coming through. But that's still saying time elapsed. It's not saying the correct time we need, which is annoying. And I'm trying to find the correct button out here so that we can show you the correct timing screen, because it's not all working. There we go, time remaining.
By any chance, is Hartley racing this year?
Yes, go. Brendan Hartley. I was waiting for you to mention Brendan Hartley because of what I was about to say. Yes, Megan, he is racing in the number 8 Toyota. Currently running 4th at the moment, yeah, but for those of you who don't know, back in 2018, Brendan Hartley raced in Formula 1. We were covering that series, obviously, in Formula 1. And Megan literally put a sort of a curse on him, not deliberately, but it became a fact that every race Megan did that season, or every single session, Hartley would have some sort of problem. It first started at Silverstone, where Megan led practice 3 commentary, and there was a massive accident. Then it sort of spiraled from there, that every single race he was in, there was a problem. We thought, okay, it's just a coincidence. Then she did Formula E in Saudi Arabia, and Hartley retired. And then we sort of noticed a pattern. Even last year, the number 8 Toyota ran into problems during the middle of the night, and that's when Megan was commentating. So
also, I once mentioned his name and he got fired 10 hours later.
That you did. That you did, indeed. That was again in Formula E as well. So, yep. Tony Gonzalez says, dope, thanks. Yeah, absolutely. Stay around. So basically we've got all the screens covered as well. And we will hopefully soon, when it's actually put out, we should have a 360 camera inside race control that we can show.
I feel like as soon as I entered the box, Brendan Hartley got a chill.
He can sense your presence.
Just like, oh no, I feel something dark.
You are lucky that Scott McLaughlin's not here this weekend as well.
Yeah, he's also the one I curse.
Scott's busy in IndyCar this weekend at Road America. Anyway,
that'd be a shame if I cursed him too.
Hypercars have moved up now to the top 4 positions as well, but still the Hypercar, the Alpine Elf team as well, Nicolas Lapierre at the wheel, still stuck at the moment, down in 7th position overall and last in class, and that's unusual for the championship leaders. We should point out as well. They've got a lot more problem to come through as well. We've got a yellow flag out on the circuit.
Don't be four.
Not sure why this yellow is out, but
please don't be 4.
It's gone green. Why are we saying what? P4, car 8. Mike Conway at the wheel. No, Rio Hakanama is at the wheel at the moment, so you're okay. It's his teammate. Yeah, you're safe for now, mate.
It still doesn't matter. It's associated with him.
Antonio Garcia has changed to Antonio Garcia. Apparently, the driver changed for the 63 squad. There's the number 7 Toyota, third in class at the moment as well. Mike Conway at the wheel. And there's the 708, who is second in class as things currently stand, as Megan rips off her headset as well and knocks over all the sound guards. And look what she's done. Oh, look what she's done. She's got all muck over her sound guard now because it fell underneath the desk. And it's a stone floor up here in the comms box, so yuck. Thanks, Megs. Other people have to wear their headset, you know, not just you, as they come through. Did it go on her milk? No, it didn't. No, she won't see that. She can't hear me at the moment anyway, so don't be worried. All good there. As they come back through, Ben Hanley and Marvin Clean has come into the pit lane as well, so looks okay there at the back half of the circuit. Fingers crossed it's going to be a good one as they come through. On the back half, fastest first sector for the Glickenhaus Racing 709, 33.073, and that was on the last lap. So looks like that Glickenhaus with Richard Westbrook at the wheel starting to move up the order, as which is the great news as they come through. As we're just having a couple things go round that for some reason on the Radio Le Mans, I'm not hearing any interviews at the moment, so we'll keep an eye out as to why we're not shortly. As the field come back through, 1 hour 32 to go. Closing in on half distance then for the first practice session of the Le Mans 24-hour. As we're on board with the 93 Proton competition in the Porsche down at the back half of the circuit. This is literally it as well. So we will have the cameras set up on Friday for the back straightaway, and we will, hopefully, fingers crossed, have full coverage of the cameras on the warm-up, and hopefully as well at the same time, the camera I'm really looking forward to sharing, because we've been given the permission to do so, is we can use the race control camera on the 360, but we can't show you the TV pictures. So we can't swing around to see the massive TV pictures up there in the comms box. That's annoying. But we can swing around and take a look at all the stewardings as well. So that's a camera I'm really looking forward to if they set it up as well. Hopefully they are. And it started raining, Megan's told me, if you're listening as well here in the UK.
That is why I rushed out, because I know we had washing on the line. And it was all my clothes.
Well, that explains the humidity pressure that we've had all day as well, with that rain finally coming down.
Yeah, lucky you went to Audi early.
Yeah, you would have got soaked. Otherwise, you can smell it, can't you?
Yeah. So I've closed the commentary box door.
Is it really, really bad rain? Oh, you're drenched a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so it really is raining.
It's really raining.
Yes. Here's the 91 Porsche coming into the pit lane as well. That's for a driver change. Although that could just be sweat because you ran.
No, it's generally just rain. It is.
Yeah.
I'm lucky that Day came out when he did.
You can smell it on you as well. You get the smell of dust after rain. But at least that's going to lift the humidity factor that's been through the roof here in the UK at the moment.
Also, it doesn't help that the pollen count today, I saw it, and usually it's low. Today, very high.
Yeah, that's what I noticed. 3 days, 24 hours in Le Mans in 3 days' time. You can follow us for all the sessions. Right. Halfway there as well in the first practice session. Let's go through the entire results as things stand as well. It's the 709 Glickenhaus Racing that's on top at the moment, the fastest hypercar. As well, the fastest LMP2, 5th overall, the 23 United Autosports. It's done a 3:31.563 as well. Then look at that, the back of the Jolters running in 11th place, looking good, and 20th. Panis Racing separated by just a couple of tenths of a second, which is important news as well. You know, like this bit, everybody, because we're going to drop as well down the field to the second half of the page, because there's an awful lot of drivers out there as well. The fastest LMGTE-Pro is the number 64 Corvette. With Nick Tandy at the wheel, it has done a 3-minute 53.360. The fastest LMGTE-Am is the number 79 WeatherTech Racing with Cooper McNeil at the wheel. It's done a 3:55.082. Slowest car overall That is the car that has not taken part, and that is the LMGTE-Pro Ferrari AF Corsa, which is the number 51 as well, with Alessio Pierguidi at the wheel. Now that's turned no laps because it's had a complete engine change at the back ahead of the next qualifying session, so they've really struggled to find some time there on the board. Megan?
They must be the most unluckiest. Do you know what? They'll probably win.
They might win the class of the pros because they're very quick, the Ferraris, but don't underestimate them as well. Also, 3 different signals coming through our headsets at the moment. Us, the Radio Lamar, and the World Feed TV pictures to try and keep up on.
Also, after this, you won't see me for the rest of the day. I'm going to nap.
Oh, speaking of which, we've got qualifying on soon, and then we've got another practice session. So, yeah, have we sort of forgotten how much we've got on, Megan? Let's just
I've also got work to do.
Look at Megan's eyes.
How much do I have to do today?
If everybody's watching, it looks like Megan's just had her head chopped off and just sort of popped her in the corner.
Hold on.
Yeah, there we go. Just she's there.
Like,
yeah, now you're choking from that angle.
Wrong button.
Wrong button. Yeah, sorry, no, first of all, my eye coughed. Anyway, into the pit lane. The 23 United Autosports is leading on LMP2 and 5th overall, comes back into the pit lane then with Oliver Jarvis at the wheel.
It's like those tables where you get that platter over thing and then on Halloween take it off. It's like, ah.
Yeah, you're there. Your head's there. Hello, Megan.
I wouldn't mind dressing up as that.
Surprise, surprise. This Ian McCarthy said, "This is generally my favourite thing about the Haggerty Le Mans coverage of this race, and that would be the fact that the Comcam is on. And we can see the Comcam up here in the box. I'm just waiting for the studio stream for the race control, where we can go 360 with them. We couldn't do it, I don't think, until race day last year, could we?
No, we couldn't.
Yeah.
We tried.
We did, yeah. So hopefully as well, because we can just shove that in the map book, hopefully the plan is that it will be on the monitor where TweetDeck is, and we'll just take it over every now and then. And we'll show the full screen. And just swing around, take a look, and have a play with it as well. Because I think that could save us from going insane across 24 hours.
Yeah, I think it would.
Loads of members of the team here this weekend. It's a super booper bumper Combox team. There's loads of people from ERC joining us as well. Grid Network are going to be hopefully in for a bit. And also, great news that we're also going to have some members of PSGL joining us.
That's good.
So it's all good news as well. And then, of course, Edward Hunter is going to come in. And Josh is going to be here on the Saturday as well. He won't be here on the Sunday, though. So it's actually going to be the smallest commentary team we've had live on YouTube. Yeah. Well, in terms of the Formula 1 Azerbaijan Grand Prix, because you and Ed, I think, are going to be commentating on the race, aren't you, for Lamar? And then me and Dad are in here doing F1.
Question, how much do I have left to do today? It better be nothing.
I don't know.
Because I need a shower.
I don't know. Let's go down to Shane. I'll try and figure it out.
Will it get out in this session by the looks of it? No.
That's
the
Ferrari.
urgency is gone from the mechanics. There are far fewer mechanics working on the car now. And indeed, I saw James Collado go out the back of the garage in street clothes. So it looks as if the drivers have been stood down from the 51, at least for the time being. The good news is for the rest of the Ferrari lane, lots of work going on, lots of driver changes. And I see the fastest Italian honorary Irishman getting ready to get in the car. That would be Matteo Grifoni, about to take his first laps of this Le Mans week. Now that it has officially begun, we'll definitely grab a word with him when he gets out of the car.
Couple of things to keep your ears open for coming up later on. After Hyperpole tomorrow night, which will be Friday morning in Australia, the Aussies at Le Mans is...
Yeah, that's coming up later on as well. Into the pits comes the 63 Corvette then from the field. Garcia at the wheel, and we were supposed to hear that he was going to change over, but he's triple stinting, I think, as well. So he's done one stint, done another, then come out and done another again. So, bizarre. He's got that much, I don't want to say stamina, but it seems like he's really going quick out there. And the 63, yeah, 63, second overall. Thanks.
Would contempt be the word?
Yeah, probably.
Determination?
Determination and contempt, I would say. He wants to keep out there, doesn't he?
Yeah. Also, he probably wants to get it all out of the way.
How many cars we got out on the circuit right now? 22 out there with 18 in the pits. And a total of 15 on an outlap, actually. So it's a total of 62. And Megan, 22 plus 15. That would be 37, correct?
Yes.
So 37 of the 62 cars in the pit lane as things currently stand. There's the Corvette.
I like that car.
I said at the beginning of the stream as well, I like the Corvette as well. It's got like a bumblebee effect, but like a wasp. It looks like a Ferrari at the front, then it sort of grows out the back.
I know I shouldn't see who wants to win based on appearance of the car, though it'll be nice to see that one win. Because it looks so good. It kind of reminds me of, like, do you know those really hot days and you get ice cream? I don't know why.
Hot days when you get ice cream, is it because of the sun? The bright effect?
Also because of the ice cream down our street is yellow.
It's a subliminal trigger, yeah. I think that would sort of be.
Yellow just triggers for me ice cream. I'm just like, ooh.
And a coincidence, Megan. Last year was your first year commentating on Le Mans. You've watched it for a number of years, but last year was your first year. You actually really enjoyed it as well.
I did enjoy it.
Is that why you've back this year looking forward to it?
Yeah, I liked it.
Are you actually looking forward to it? Will you be saying that after 24 hours?
I guess we'll see.
Yeah. You're not doing the whole 24 hours.
No.
But you will be up and in the box quite a bit. Especially in the last segment.
Yeah, I'll just have to get all my work done before that.
Because, of course, because you're commentating on it, you've got to keep an eye on it this year. Because you'll be leading the coverage for 3 hours.
Also, I can just put my feet up because I'll be recovering from having blisters as well, so...
Yeah, well, luckily your commentary segment is sat down.
Walking. It's because... Oh, do you know I knew that was going to happen?
Yeah, yellow out on the circuit. Is that why? Yes, it was.
I genuinely knew that was going to happen. I looked at that like 30 seconds before. I was like, okay, that's going to be yellow soon.
It was the 708 Glickenhaus racing as well. The Robin Dumas coming through as well, who had a little problem out there, Megs.
They're in second, and you really can smell the rain on me. Right. Put the pollen into the box.
Shay's down in the Ferrari garage with the 61 car, don't you? Oh.
See if you can hear me now. There we go. It kicks back into life just a little too far into the Ferrari garage. Conrad Grunewald, another one of these rookies to Le Mans. Your first laps, was it better than anything you'd ever dreamed?
It was pretty amazing. I mean, it's kind of a dream come true. I've watched the race on TV so many times, and first time going down these big straightaways. It's kind of awe-inspiring. So, yeah, couldn't be happier to be here. Great team, great teammates, amazing teammates. I'm learning so much from them. But yeah, it's like a fairy tale. It's a dream.
2 monogas drivers. So, are they helping you learn a new language as well?
They bug me about it. I can pick out little bits of what they're saying, but they speak so fast it's really hard to understand all the conversation. So.
Now, you're a guy who's won championships in many different kinds of Ferraris over the years. How different is the 488 GTE, though, to adapt to?
It really is an amazing car to drive. I was a little apprehensive about the no ABS, because the GT3 cars have ABS, but this tire we're on and the way they have the pedal set up in the car, it really is amazing. It's so much fun to drive. So.
Has it helped you throughout your career racing on the American circuits, where there really isn't a lot of forgiveness, to come to a place like Le Mans and treat it with the respect it needs?
It's interesting you asked that question. The hardest thing for me is, just like you said, in the U.S., if you push track limits in the U.S. to most tracks, it's a crash. Here, it's a balance of how much can I push and not get penalized, and I think that's a skill set that I'm kind of developing over the weekend, is how far can I push it without getting a penalty. So.
Well, good luck through the course of the weekend. We'll be watching the 61.
Thanks, Shay. Appreciate it.
Shout out down in the pit lane there for Radio Haggerty Le Mans as well. We've got an hour 40 elapsed, an hour 20 to go here at Le Mans, as we have realised that it's actually showing the wrong graphic. There we go. That's the time remaining in total in this session as well. 27 cars now out on the circuit, 18 in the pit lane, 16 is on an out lap as well. Megan, considering we've actually seen quite a lot of the sessions here being dominated by the Toyotas and the hypercars, this season has changed it a lot. There's been a lot more regulation to rein in the hypercar as well, and the hybrid power, that boost on top of that. It looks like we've actually got a situation now where Glickenhaus, Alpine as well, could actually battle the Toyotas. Toyota only winning 1 of the 2 races so far this year. They're not even leading the standings.
It is surprising from Toyota that they're not doing as well.
They've done a Mercedes in many respects. Coming with a new car, and it hasn't worked.
It's not a good year for teams that are usually leading, is it?
No, it's definitely
Year
not.
of the underdogs.
Yeah, it's massively year of the underdogs, which is good. Alpine looking good there as well. Andre Negrau is at the wheel at the moment and has done a 3 point... what is it? I'm trying to look at the time because it's gone wrong up here. 3:32.075 is his fastest lap time as well. And also, let's go to the YouTube chat because Joe has put in, Joe Samiego says, I'm curious about American viewership for the Le Mans 24-hour. As news about NASCAR involvement in the Le Mans for the 24 hours, 2023 Le Mans 24 hours, looks to be good as well. As I don't know what's going on at the moment, but we're going to press button 9 and we're going to throw up the faders for a second to Radio Le Mans.
That heads underneath the car, and that car then apparently going back into the pit lane. That's the leader at the moment in the early running of the GTE Pro category. Last year for GTE Pros here. What's your thoughts on that? Paul thinks there's too many GTE-Ams already. Not sure where he thinks everybody would go if they weren't there, and what would we replace them with if we didn't have 20 odd GTE-Ams?
Well, let's put it this way, John. If you had a choice between having, say, 2 Peugeot running in the hypercar class, 2 Porsches running in the hypercar class, and let's say 2 Ferraris running in the hypercar class, 6 extra cars, who would you rather have? Those 6 or 6 extra GTE-Ams?
But you will get all of those anyway. Are you suggesting
exactly.
there'd be extra ones that are going to come in?
No, what I'm saying is that as we increase the number of hypercar class cars, so we will lose some of the GTE-Ams.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's in the Hyperpole coming up as well. We've just been informed as well that the internet will be switched off at 5 p.m. UK time, which is just, I think, in between the 2 sessions. So
how long for?
They're going to reboot it and fix the problem. So
How long does that take?
I don't know. So
I'll just nap during that time.
It's a worry. It's a big worry as well. Right, should we get back to Joe's question, because we had to go off quickly in order to fix it, and Joe's question is an interesting one. I'm curious about American viewership for the Le Mans 24-hour race, as news about NASCAR involvement in Le Mans for the 2023 24 hours. Yeah, this was announced a couple of weeks ago, wasn't it? The fact that NASCAR are going to have a car in the Le Mans 24-hour.
I think it's about time.
About time, yeah. I think it's a great idea. It's very strange, but it's going to be entered in the GTE category, isn't it? So I'm all for it. Let's go for it. Yeah, 5:45 is the next session, so it should be good. I think go for it. Definitely worth a opportunity to promote 2 great series as well, and hopefully it'll boost the American viewers the same as what Formula One has had it done to it by Drive to Survive in America as well. It's really boosted all the involvement out there.
I think it would definitely raise the viewership and get a lot more people excited about it, and a lot more people having sleep deprivation because of it.
Yeah, middle of the night. Although 24-hour racing, I think most of it takes part during the night for the Americans as well. So
Which is a shame.
It's a really long race. 5 o'clock, actually, the Rolex 24 used to start, didn't it? And that was 5 till 5 here in the UK, so that was 12 for them. So it's a long old race to come forward as well. Pit Road.
The days of racing around the streets there have gone. There was a scary old racetrack around the hills of Clermont-Ferrand, around a volcano. Would you believe that France has a volcano? It does.
I did not know
and
that.
the circuit used to go round.
I knew that.
Around the tail of it.
That's almost like Haven kind
Makes
of
me a bit
knowledge.
frightened to
sorry
ever
about
go
that.
there.
I was going to try and bring it down to more basic level, but I never knew that.
I knew it had a. I knew Le Mans. I knew France had a volcano because Dad's told us before. If he was in the box right now, he'd be telling us about it as well. Joshua Burch 99 on Twitter and Instagram. If you want to get in touch with us as well, that's a new little feature, Megs. Do you like it, look? It changes.
I do like it.
No, just keep an eye on it, watch, because it's right now it's on Instagram, and then it fades to Twitter. Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
I like that.
Yeah, we've opened up all the stops right now for good Le Mans
Very fancy.
coverage as well, yeah. And also, one thing I do love is we look at the deck here. I can select any image. So right now, look, we've got some cars here out the circuit. I can select the image and I can zoom in. So we can have some cars out there on the circuit to do some tech analysis right in between it all. So, yeah.
I like that.
That's the 65 LMP2, which is the Panis Racing, with Job Van Utter at the wheel as well in that one. A few minutes ago, that's coming back into the pit lane a few laps ago, and that's on TweetDeck as well. So it's great fun. I'm loving it. It's all fun. It does 1 hour 14 to go, I should say, this race. Driver change, Garcia to Garcia. Keep seeing that, don't we? A lot today. The Garcia to Garcia.
They probably just want to get bigger naps in between their driving time.
Yeah, it's... Oh, Shay's down the pits.
Standby caller.
An hour and 13.
Oh, okay. So that was Shay asking how long was left in the session, not giving his report from the pit lane. As things currently stand.
Should have done both.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Probably didda. As well. They're trying to throw up everything in the conversation as well. We have got a poll going, though, right now. If we look up there. And we want your opinion on it as well. It is the Are you ready? Are we ready for some Le Mans? 95% of you have said yes. 5% of you have said no. Those 5%...
They probably want to sleep.
Yeah. Do you want to sleep? Is that what you're looking for? And, of course, we pinned the thing from the Little Owl who put that out yesterday when the streams went up, saying, are we ready for some Le Mans? But it spelled lemon. Le Mans. So it's all
we
looking
have some
good.
lemon in the fridge.
No, before no. Don't you go anywhere near that lemon. I don't want any more lemon in my Coke like at Monaco. Because that gave me severe burnt tongue at the end of that race. What was it, 4 hours we were commentating on Monaco? Then had to go do a 3-hour IndyCar? No, stay away. Evil Megan. Evil Megan. You've heard of Homer Simpson dancing with I Am Evil Homer? I Am Evil Megan. As well as it comes through. But hopefully everyone's enjoying it. Into the pit lane then comes the Glickenhaus Racing with Roman Dumas in there as well. As I'm going to take a little seat at the back of the box for a few moments. So apologies if we look a little bit out of whack on the camera. The camera's in a stationary position. Our chairs are sort of a little bit more lean back. But we are now listening on what is it? Our left ear, we've got Radio Le Mans. On our right ear, we've got the world feed. Is it distracting, Megan?
No.
I think it's just about manageable as well to listen to him as well. And out of the track comes the LMP2 Prima Orlen team as well with Lorenzo Colombo at the wheel, which is great news. And the weather, this session was declared wet right at the start, an hour and 48 minutes ago. As it stands, the track has dried out, which is great news, but track temperature... If Megan can see it because my eyes are gone, 37.8 degrees, humidity at 50 degrees, and air temperature at 21.1 degrees. So I can just about make that out. Megan's nodding like a Churchill the dog, which is good news. Now, if you
dizzy,
yeah, I thought you were going to say "oh yes" when you're nodding your head.
Yes.
No, oh yes.
Oh yes.
You've got to do it with the accent.
I don't know how.
Oh yes. That's the accent. It's
oh yes.
There you go. That brings it up a little bit, doesn't it? Here's Mike Conway then, a man who is so kind as well. Stopped for a chat in Silverstone 2018 when I was trackside with him. On his birthday, after just being disqualified from the race and having one of his friends, Robert Wickens, in a huge accident, still stopped for a chat and was ever so kind.
Unlucky.
Yeah, big unlucky day for him there in Silverstone 2018. Well, more unlucky for Robert Wickens, I must say. But for Mike Conway, on his birthday as well, got disqualification after winning the race, and then his friend gets in a massive accident as well. So, yeah. More positive news for
probably
Robert
his worst
Wickens.
birthday ever.
Yeah. Probably a good news for Robert Wickens, actually, was the fact that he and his wife are now expecting a baby as well, which is great news as well. Via IVF, obviously, at the moment, but... great news and on the up for Robert Wickens as well. He is taking his first steps more easily now as well after his paralysing injury as well. And the paralysis now beginning to dissipate a little bit. He's still not going to have full movement just yet, but he's doing a lot better, and we hope he gets well soon. He's already back racing, but we want to see him back in a Le Mans race soon as well, because he did do Le Mans once or twice before IndyCar. As they come through. Now is this the number 8 Toyota in the pits? Yes, it is. The number 8 Toyota. Brendan Hartley's car, Megan. And I believe Brendan Hartley's just got in, because Boemi was in with the start of the session, And then Rio took over with 2 hours to go, and now we've got an hour to go, and I think Brendan Hartley's taken over. We'll wait for that driver change to be confirmed. But Romain Dumas has just changed over to Oliver Pla, so it would make sense if this is a driver change. Megan is now double-checking the monitors as soon as that car leaves the pit lane. Is it a driver change? Because we were on board, we didn't actually see a driver change. Oliver, no, coming through. No, we are still at the wheel. We are still at the wheel. It's not a driver change to Brendan Hartley just yet. Probably in the next 8 minutes or so. Brendan will get in the car. Looking forward to that, Mex?
No.
Is it because you've cursed him several thousand times in the past?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought it might be, yeah. No worries there. On board with the number 5 Penske coming through. That's not Indianapolis, is it? That's down in Arnage at the back half of the track. And the 5 Penske running in a position I can't see on the timing screens. Where is the number 5 Penske? It is down in 25th position, so it's the second to last car on your screen.
Oh, a lot of proporcing there from number 5.
That's an unusual one compared to Porsche cars. The proporcing, especially in a wet car. That's a lot of
Looks like
problems.
we're on a trampoline or something.
If you're wondering where our cameras are, by the way, for the street part of this track, because it's going to be an open highway until Friday night, the cameras aren't actually set up yet. So when we get later onto the night, we're going to have CCTV cameras set up for practice too and qualifying later in the night race. But at the moment, we're literally just having the parts of the track that are covered. And usually, the Le Mans first practice session is never televised because it's usually the setup time. In fact, we didn't broadcast it for 20 minutes thanks to a problem with the internet.
Unusual.
And it's the first ever time we've had a broadcast for first practice, yes.
That's good. Now we can actually see what goes on there. Oh, a little bit of an off there from number 5. See, the proporting's really affecting it.
Yeah, his setup's not right there, is it? They had 8 hours of practice.
Look.
As well on the test day, but they weren't allowed to run their setups for the cars.
That is too much proporting. It's going to damage the floor of the car.
And these wet cars as well, they're very tiny little machines as well. They're smaller than a Formula 1 car, both in width and in length as well. And trust me, I've been there. I've been very close to one as well. I would say it's the width of the car is about my body width in length.
Jeez.
So up from the start, so about 5'10".
Also, how long does it take to get out of the pit lane? Because number 8, it's been going out of the pit lane for about 3 minutes.
That is the Toyota Gazoo Racing, and it's on an out lap, so that's why they're highlighted. When they come round and select their next run, that's when they'll get changed over as well to the next run. Okay, Le Mans got on a break there as well, which isn't great news. And I'm being told that we might have that camera we wanted operational, which is great news. So I'm now desperately trying to go to YouTube to find it because it's going to be unlisted because for some reason they don't like people seeing it as it comes back through. Oh, and I've just seen a spoiler for Obi-Wan Kenobi later on tonight. Yes, Darth Vader arrives at the fortress of the Inquisitors.
Uh-oh, someone's going to get killed.
Yeah, I wonder who dies tonight in Obi-Wan Kenobi. Although, technically, we should actually watch Kenobi in the gap between the sessions, thinking about it.
Why?
Because otherwise I won't be able to see it.
Why?
Because I'm going from 9 until 11. So unless we watch at 11. But tomorrow's Thursday, isn't it?
Yeah.
So exactly, you've got college, not Friday.
Yeah, I went to bed at 2 last night.
Fair point. Fair point. Anyway, coming through.
I woke up at like 6:30.
6:30?
Yeah, around about.
Fair dues. Coming through, and I can't yet find it. I think I've been lied to, saying by somebody texting me saying it's operational now. The camera we are after, but I'm seeing nothing on it here in the commentary box about it as well, which is interesting as well. So, driver change. Guess who? It's Garcia to Garcia, and then a few seconds later, Garcia to Garcia. It seems to be a running theme.
Changing a lot to himself.
Yes. And now we know these messages work, by the way, we're going to try and integrate them into the commentary stream shortly as well. So we'll probably minimize TweetDeck up a little bit and move them across or flick them between the overall running over of class leaders. But we will have the messages working ever so shortly up here in the comments box. But I'm looking at the track temperature, 38.6 degrees. It's remained constant throughout this test, the first practice session, which is great news for everyone. Because it's a stabilizing factor across the board. Everyone gets the same amount of track temperature for all three drivers, so they're not flicking it over as well. Yes.
Right. So
you're noticing something, go on.
Yeah, I've noticed that despite everyone going in the pits, it's slowing down their lap times. A lot of them. They used to be doing like 120s, though right now I'm seeing everyone slowing to like 144 around about, which I find unusual. Surely they should be quicker if they're in the pits.
Yes.
But look, it's not quicker.
No, they're not. They're very much slower as well. Toyota number 7, Mike Conway, is into the pit lane now as well. Garcia has set a new overall best and I think goes top of the GTE-Pro category with a 3:53.250. And I think we are correct in that fact. So, our new leader in GTE-Pro.
Also, driver change, Garcia to Garcia. What a surprise.
It keeps happening. I think there must be a glitch somewhere along the line, as that is the number 7 Toyota with Mike Conway at the wheel. I think getting a driver change from Mike Fluid top up. We'll keep an eye out to see if it is changing as well. But just getting used to the Twitter news as well. That camera is still not operational at the moment, which is annoying. We all agree it's annoying. But I'm just trying to double check because there's some live timing that might be a bit different to the one we've got up here in the comms box. No, it's exactly the same, yeah. Okay, that's good news. We have got the correct one as they come through. Yeah, for the first time actually, qualifying, it used to be 3 qualifying formats. Do you remember? 3 2-hour sessions each.
Yeah.
Now it's been shaken down. Qualifying is 2 hours. Then we have a 30-minute hyperpole tomorrow. And you get an extra practice session of 4 hours after that as well to go through. So they've got the same time, but it's all been split up. So now there's only 2 qualifyings. But with Hyperpole, it's only the 5 fastest teams from each, plus the one for Hypercar, because there was only 5 cars. So you get all Hypercar in, then you get 5 of them in from LMP2, 5 in from the LMGTE-Pro and the GTE-Am as well to go forward. So it becomes this factor of just you're alienating around about a third of the field. 2/3 of the field you get alienated.
That's not good.
I know. Hyperpole doesn't work.
No, I didn't think it worked last year. Don't think it works now.
Yeah, Hyperpole didn't work. I think it's a gimmick. I preferred end of midnight for the final Q3. Midnight, the paper gets released. You're on pole for the start of the 24 Hours of Le Mans. Bingo, all good. Nowadays, it's just a bit ruined. Jose Maria Lopez has taken over the number 7 Toyota as well in 3rd position and is heading out onto the track, which means, Megan, we're getting closer to the number 8 being taken over by Sebastian Buemi as we have an hour to go. Megan.
Right, that won't be good. He'll crash. Actually, I shouldn't say he'll crash, because then he will crash.
Oh, and
satellite.
Our internet signal has... So our TV signal has gone. This channel is currently affected by a problem with your satellite signal. For help, press triangle. Okay, question mark. So, are we still streaming? Well, I can still hear me.
Well, it's not the stream being affected.
I can still hear. We are still streaming. So, our pictures have got... How bad is it raining outside the commentary box as well?
I shall go and check.
Yeah. Go see how bad it's raining, because this has never happened before. So what's caused it, Megs? Is it raining heavily out there? It's clear skies.
It stopped raining.
So we've lost TV pictures up here in the commentary box, which isn't great news. Oh, and now they're back again. Well, I say they're back. They're pixelated, but back. Ah, there we go. Never had that before as well. It's sorry, say it, Megan.
Is everything going wrong today?
It really
with
is.
Things like that. Hopefully, that's the last of it.
Probably. There goes the sound back. Okay. 59 minutes to go as well. So that's a bizarre situation.
Our chocolate.
Our chocolate?
Yeah.
What, with an hour to go?
Yes.
All right, I'll buy a bit, but you're going to have to talk for a second.
Right. So, luckily, the number 8 has not come out yet into the pit lane. For a minute, I thought it had because I saw 8 and 8, though it's just number 88. Entering
Alex
the pit lane.
Brundle! Hello, Alex! Son of Martin.
Let's hope last year's events don't repeat.
Oh, God. I forgot about that one. I forgot about that. Yeah, what, he retired with like a minute to go or something like that?
Yeah.
Not good at all.
Wasn't he high up in the standings?
He was leading in LMP2. Hopefully you're going to have some great one, though. So don't worry about that one. Yeah, it's going to be a lot more fun.
We hope he does well.
Coming up, I'm just being told as well, IndyCar is going through all 3 practice session qualifying live on Sky this weekend. So if you are in the UK and watch the IndyCar, practice 1 is at 9:25 on Friday, and that is on Sky Sports F1. Practice 2 is at 3:45, and that is on Sky Sports Action and F1 Red Button, because, of course, during that time, it is the F1 qualifying.
Yeah.
Then going forward, I'm also being told all Sky F1 subscribers will have access to Sky Sports Action for free practice 2. So if you just subscribe to Sky F1, you'll have access to Sky Action for FP2. Qualifying is at 6:45 UK time on Sky F1, and the race, FP3, sorry, is on Saturday at 10:20 on Sky F1 as well, and that is Sky IndyCar. The race is 5:30 here on YouTube, just after we finish Lamar. In fact, what I'm thinking is actually, because of the start time, I think we get race 1 and 2 done of the touring cars, then go do Indy, then do race 3 just after. And Josh Blazer will join me for race 3. I think Nick Homewood is not with us, actually. He's trackside, isn't he, at Le Mans, so he's not there at the moment. So it looks like he'll be solo for the first 2 touring car races.
Yet again, Garcia to Garcia.
Yeah, we need to get those messages up because they're hilarious. I'm going to do that now, just so you can all see. So I'll flick to the 9 camera.
When will it?
End of the session, presumably. Yeah, that's at the end. But this is quite hilarious.
Can he let someone else go?
I hope so, but I'm just going to add the timings here now as well. And honestly, you just take a look at it.
Oh, it's happened again.
There must be a serious issue with it. I mean, it's quite bizarre, isn't it, that this keeps on happening. But we are just getting up and running now.
You can't be in the pit lane that many times.
Thing is, it doesn't take that long to get this one working, because all I've got to do is do that and then select it down here. And the messages from race control start appearing instead of what we've been having up here on the monitor. So give me just a second, everybody. And we can flick between the two. Megs.
It's happened again.
Garcia to Garcia. Yeah, so ready? 3, 2, 1.
It's like Groundhog Day.
Again. I knew you were going with that one, so I thought, yeah, I'll say again. To count through. Right, 3, 2, 1. There you go. There's the messages from race control. That's what me and, that's what me and Megan have been getting up in the commentary box throughout this session as well, and it tells you all the important information. Mainly, I think we should stick with that one. I think for the practice sessions at least. But there you go.
Where even is Garcia?
Garcia in the LMP2 is looking at the timing screens. Me and Megan have both got separate timing screens.
Nowhere to be seen.
It's a long LMP2, isn't it?
Can't see him.
I'm shrinking him down. Here, no, hang on. Yes, there he is. 33rd overall, Antonio Garcia in the LMGTE-Pro category for the Chevys. And he's changed again, look. He's changed again. Garcia to Garcia.
Stop changing to yourself.
Alpine going slow. So that's the 36 Alpine that's on an outlap is going slow out there on the circuit, just down the Mistral Straight.
It's on an outlap.
Mistral Straight? The Mulsanne Straight. Mistral Straight is in La Castellet, in France, Paul Ricard. And this is the Mulsanne Straight. Look at all these. Look, We've had 2 years of COVID, and now fans are back in full force. Let's take a replay of the hypercar next, coming out the pit lane, and this is what happened to the Alpine.
I think the Alpine slipped on oil, maybe. No.
Has the accelerator, and then it just dies. So,
It's like,
yeah.
It's like
Let's
me after
listen.
getting back from walking.
Out of the pits. I think he's feeling something not quite right on that car, Jasmine.
Yeah, looking at the steering wheel, it looks slightly...
I'm going to agree with Ben there as well. It looks like the steering's out of whack, doesn't it? He's constantly turning to the left. It's like it's crabbing. Do you reckon there's a wheel alignment issue somewhere along the line?
Probably. If it was going to be a wheel alignment, then I would say, due to how it's proporting, I would say it's a rear left.
Yeah, I would be concerned about that. I think he is coming into the pit lane. Is this live? No, I don't know if this is live or replay.
Replay.
Yeah, it was a replay.
Which
Yellow.
would get cut off straight away. Oh, it's not 36, is it?
Don't know. The 77. Dempsey Prodon's in there. Let's go down to Shea.
The crowd's here already.
Driving
on the Wednesday, so it's good to be back.
Oh, it looks to be
Looking
sticking.
forward to the next few days of the place filling up and
It's not 36.
getting that real buzz, which
Though
we
it
missed
has.
the last couple
It
of
is
years.
for it. Yeah.
Another
It is
new car
sticking.
this year, another new set of regulations. How do you feel this car is in relation to where your previous winning cars have been the last couple of years?
Yeah, I mean,
Change
things
my
have
mind.
changed in terms of some BOP stuff, so we'd expect to be a bit slower, but in terms of handling, the car feels quite good, so we're just working on some things to dial out a few issues and yeah, hopefully get through that today and improve again tomorrow.
Obviously, you were at the forefront in the top LMGTE-Pro.
Yellow is for the 36 going slow out there.
Seconds that quicker. Is that, was it more
Oh, no,
exciting
it's
than
not.
was the
No, it's not. We've got someone on the track, and it's one of the LMP2s, and it is on the CCTV, as you say, Megan, and it's down at the chicane.
Gone right into the gravel, beached it.
And this will be a slow zone, so we'll hear Eduardo Freitas talking about it in a second.
Zone 3.
It is the 36 Alpine.
I thought it was 36.
Yeah, it's Matthew Valexet who's stopped and returned to the pit lane. But
So
this...
wait, what's for 36?
No, this is not the 36. That looks like one of the LMP2s, definitely.
Oh, it's
Prepare
happened
for
again.
slow zone at number 3.
It's happened again. Garcia to Garcia.
Yeah, so slow zone is going to be activated now. So this is down from slow zone 3 all the way from Tête Rouge down towards the chicane.
Now would be a good time to pit.
Yeah.
Try and avoid the slow zone.
So let's just take a look. Alpine is still circulating out there, so it has not stopped. We're trying to see who stopped on the track because it's not telling us. It's in that first sector, so which car is in that first sector who hasn't gone through to sector 2 who has stopped?
It's one of the LM2s. Oh, slow car.
Oh, and that's even before the slow zone as well. So that's not in slow zone 3.
Stoppage. Looks like it's going to.
Yeah.
And the
this'll
number
be-
4 pits.
This will be a red flag,
8,
I think. Yeah.
Number 8 pits. That's not one of the LM2s.
Vector. I think it's Vector.
Yeah.
It's LMP2. It's Vector.
They'll need to. Oh, I hope it doesn't go to red.
It's number 10. Yeah, it's Vector Sport with Cullen at the wheel. And it's stopped on the inside down at La Chapelle. So that's just before the slow zone. So whether we'll go into 2 slow zones or they'll just red flag it to clear the 2 cars because, I don't know, but slow zone I think it's going to be affected.
Do you know what I want to know?
It's the 32 LMP2 that has gone out there, and that is the Team WRT with Rolf Itchenstein out there as well, who's gone into the gravel.
Do you know what I want to know?
He'll be retrieved. Megan.
Why Ryan Cullen didn't mention anything and why we didn't go to him when obviously he was having engine trouble for a long time.
Yeah.
Oh, it's got going again.
Slow zone's going to end there, and it's going to start again in that first sector.
Yeah. Why didn't he mention anything? I wonder.
Yeah.
Because obviously he had some problems.
Surprised he hasn't mentioned anything. I agree, Megs. Doesn't look good, does it?
No, it doesn't.
Well, keep an eye out then, as we're just imagining 3 YouTube streams at the moment, as this yellow is out permanently. As that's the 36 getting back to the pit lane.
Once one goes off, they all do.
Yeah, with Vaxavia out there just going through. So that is 3 cars, all having problems, and 2 of them mechanical coming through as slow zone now in effect in the Porsche curve area as well. So the entire track getting slowed down, which is not great news at all.
It's
which
a
is the
mess.
other round. Yeah. And we were having such a calm session as well.
And then this.
Yeah.
Also, I just remembered
Yeah.
that it could be Hartley next because number 8's in the pit.
And yeah, they'll change over for them for the last to that of
Please be another driver.
Brendan Hartley. Yeah, so Brendan Hartley's about to get in the car. Let's see what he can do as well for the first time in the Toyota.
Are we sure it's going to be him, not one of his teammates?
I don't think Brendan's actually had a run today so far
Damn it.
out there on the circuit, so I think it will be him first out, yeah.
You couldn't have gone first?
Buemi's gone out, Rio's gone out, and I don't think Brendan has.
Oh,
no.
Buemi's teammates were in the show.
Yes. So, slow zone out then, as more cars are slowing, as Cullen is stopped out there on the circuit as well. So the
Like
slow
a
zone,
beached whale.
slow zone now and affecting that first sector as well. So this is going to be an interesting run. The 36 Alpine is finally back in the pit lane, which is good news.
It's weird how that car stopped.
And driver change, Garcia to Garcia, and the 32 of Rolf Aitchen has resumed. So the 32's got going again after that stoppage. And this is the LMP2 down at the chicane. It had no brakes,
Lock up.
Megan. Yeah, did it get stop in the gravel? Did it hit the wall? It just stopped in the gravel, but that was a lock-up, and it just went on like it had no brakes.
That was weird.
Yeah, really weird. We're going to lose TV pictures
Maybe it's
shortly.
a suspension problem.
Full course yellow. Full course yellow then.
Well, of course it's going to be a full course yellow. Cullen's still on the track.
We'll head down to race control shortly. And what? Yeah, there you go. Full course yellow confirmed. And that means it's going to start flashing. As they're coming through.
It also delays Hartley's run.
It does, yeah. There's no point going out there. Ryan Cullen has resumed.
So full course yellow, then Cullen resumes.
I don't know why they've decided to throw that full course yellow. Maybe they need to get a tractor back in or something.
Probably. You need to change that to June.
It hasn't resumed. It still stopped. It still stopped.
Why is it lying to us?
So this is the reason. Full course yellow means everyone goes round at the slow zone speed. Before we get going again, back to green flag. It effectively stops us having to put out the red flags. Megan.
June.
I know. It fell off May. As we lose TV pictures.
Now there's no excuse.
Yeah.
It's June.
Yeah, it is June now. I need to update that.
We're just living by our birthdays.
Well, better way to do it as well as we come through. Right. Think we are going to go shortly down to the pit lane as well. But still, full course yellow. So to explain to you what's going to happen, by the way, if we're green, the timer tick at the top will flash green. If there's a stationary yellow, it'll be yellow. If there's a full course yellow or safety car, it will flash yellow. And always keep an eye on the bottom of the screen with the monitor that'll tell you if it's a safety car, full course yellow as well. If it does go to red flag, which will only happen in practice and qualifying, it will not happen in the race because Le Mans has never been red flagged.
You watch this year, I
never-
start commentating.
It never can be red flagged. As well, that's the thing. It's never been red flagged.
What if
never
it
will
was
be.
like really, really bad torrential rain?
Luckily, we've never had that. We've had some really, really, really bad rain. But
You watch.
Yeah.
Me, in the box.
They try and avoid it as much as they can. But anyway, if we do have to have a red flag at some point in this week, it will flash red as well. So there's the colour guide to the driver tracker. But full course yellow is in situation for the first practice session here at Le Mans. 45 minutes to go here as well as we come through with, it'll take us to 4 o'clock UK time. And it does start to drag after a couple of hours. If it's dragging now in practice, how much is it going to drag in the race?
A lot.
Yeah, when we've got 24 hours to commentate on.
I'm
I
very
know.
nervous about Hartley.
Oh, don't be.
Here.
Don't be. Chocolate. Thank you. As I come through, get your questions in as well. Oh, Joe's sent a question in, so let's go to page 3. Joe Samiego has put in as well. Are the last name brothers racing as well? Yeah, they are. We've already had that issue so far today.
Last name?
First name, last name. Do you remember when the F1 graphics failed and everyone's calling them the last name brothers? Don't you remember?
I'm not sure.
Oh, you weren't doing Australia 2018, were you? Yes, you were.
I don't remember. Are you? That was 4 years ago. I can't remember it.
Oh, Can't remember 5 minutes ago, really, can you?
I struggle to remember some things on tests.
Fair point. Anyway, let's go see. Look, 2 cars stocked up on the track at the moment, as you can see on those monitors as well.
You want me to explain social influence and psychology, then I can do it. And the criminal justice system. And
not
criminal
really.
law.
Not really.
I can.
Not really.
You want me to remember something from 4 years ago? Give me a little bit of time.
At Joshua Burch 99 on Twitter and on Instagram as well, if you want to get in touch directly as well, or just use the YouTube chat. We've got it open, as you can see here, up here in the box. As a lot of action getting ready to take part. We understand we are going to go green shortly, as several of the cars, Megan, are treating this as a red flag and coming into the pit lane, it seems.
Why? What's the point in being out there?
And they're taking the car completely off the track now, actually, so that... the number 10 is not going to have any further running in this first practice session, it seems.
Probably best.
Yeah, as diehard fans are around the circuit as well. And that is the Alpine, Megan, and they are looking at the rear right tracking wheel.
Worrying.
So it was crabbing exactly where you said it was. Well done. You got that right.
What? I just...
Yeah, it's scary,
I thought it
isn't
was proporting... like really weirdly, because it was on the left. It was like
bouncing, rocking.
It was
side,
It was rocking towards the right.
Yeah, it's like when you cut a leg off a chair, it rocks on the opposite side.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I thought something has to be wrong with the rear left.
And you were bang on. You were absolutely spot on as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's Sophia Flush.
Yay! I was right.
Hello, Sophia.
I know things too well.
Sophia, by the way, who I'm not just saying this as well as a comment. I'm saying this because she said it herself as well. Sophia, who said it as well, she said it herself as well. So I'm not just saying it. She said herself, she looks drop dead gorgeous in a race suit.
She does.
Yeah, honestly, she said it herself. So that's not me saying it. But look at the comment there as well. Sophia is absolutely fantastic. She's a brilliant racing driver, absolutely brilliant ambassador for females in motorsport, and in her own cheeky sense as well, said that she looks drop dead gorgeous in a race suit as well.
Confidence.
Yeah, confidence as well. That's what you need. And Sophia's fantastic out there as well. I'm very much looking forward to seeing her out there today. But
wonder if she'll win
in LMP2. Possible. Think we're going to head down pit road shortly as well. Nope. No, we're not.
Please don't crash, Hartley. Please don't crash. Please don't crash. Please don't crash.
Brendan Hartley, I believe, Megan, has got in the car. It's down pit road.
I didn't realise he was on the screen when I started
What happened was that they realised the wheel wasn't done up properly, and they managed to go slow enough for it not to fall off, which would have been because they have literally not worked on anything since they took the back of the car off, apart from unscrewing and rescrewing that rear left wheel nut. They cleaned all the threads of the hub as well. So it seems to be, because nothing else has been done in the car, a bit of finger trouble here for the 36, and they have put the car back together again. They're having a bit of think about it. Have they fixed that hub? Who knows? Not replacing it. Perhaps not enough time with it left to go. But my guess is it'll go out quite soon, and hopefully the wheel won't fall off.
Let's hope. Thanks for that. That's Haggerty Radio. Megan?
Right.
You didn't just get it right. You got it bang on right as well. Exactly what needed to be done. I think Shay is still talking.
Matt, and you come back into this race. You've got a
wasn't
Rolex
for
on your
fun.
wrist before.
I
You've
could
got the
tell that.
Pro-Am win. Ben Hanley, this is the next accomplishment, though, winning back-to-back, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean that would be incredible to win it back to back in the Pro-Am category. So I know what it takes.
Course yellow will be removed at 16:20. In 15 seconds, we're removing full course yellow.
Thank you, Eduardo.
That's Eduardo Freitas as well.
Woo!
We've gone back to green, and Megan absolutely loves Eduardo Freitas. Has loved him in Le Mans and has loved him in Formula One in the past couple of races as well, Megan. And now we are officially green flag running with 40 minutes to go. Not bad, actually. Well done, Eduardo.
He actually knows how long things should last.
He's very much on point, isn't he, as a race director, which is good. Right, who has changed over? Because several drivers have.
Please be something
as
other.
well. Garcia's changed to Garcia.
Okay, seriously. Pick another driver.
This is everyone's running slowly or stopped. Oh, and stopped is the 709 Gleekenhouse, according to the driver tracker. So I think there's a problem there because it's showing quite a lot of the cars have stopped on the track when they haven't. So hopefully that rejigs itself in a few moments. But
Probably just a glitch from there.
Yeah, there we go. It's all back on now. So it's confusing the messaging systems, though, as well, as you can see. But we are looking to see if it has been changed over, to which we have a lot of the action
I feel nervous.
out on the circuit. Yeah, is Brendan Hartling going to head out there? 44 getting a tyre change there as well. While we wait to see if 44 does go out, let's go to the YouTube chat, because Stephen Wood has said, I wouldn't be so sure about that. The number 10 car may well appear again. Lamont is a funny one with things like that. Good point. But they've brought it behind the barrier, and to get it back from there to the pits, you have to go underneath the track. So with 38 minutes, it's tight, but they might just get it out there for a moment. And Megan has squeaked because Brendan Hartley is out on the track for the first time today. And Megan's curse starts to work. If he wins this year, though, which he didn't do last year, I think your curse is broken. If he wins and you're commentating. Especially as the fact that you're commentating on hours 22 to 23, which is just before the last hour.
Last hour is crucial.
And you're in the box for that one as well.
Damn it.
Yeah, it's going to be an annoying one, isn't it?
He'll crash out during my time, won't he?
Yeah, probably. When you're leading the commentary, that's when it's really going to be like, oh no. Just sort of cringe back to the centre as well and just go, no, wasn't me. Megan, that's interesting. Rain clouds right above the circuit. If it rains, could we have a wet quali? That would make it all exciting, wouldn't it?
As he goes out on track.
It's starting to rain, yeah. Yeah, now the track was declared wet right at the start, 2 hours and 22 minutes ago.
I promise I'm not doing anything.
Seems to be right now, but those clouds suddenly have blown in, haven't they? Right onto the back, and they've come out of nowhere. I mean, it was bright sunshine a few minutes ago. Now we've got rain clouds all the way around as well. And I mean, there's Nicholas Lapierre.
Eat chocolate so I can eat some.
Thank you, Megan. As they come through as well. Yeah, Megan's just cursing everybody out there, which is nice to see. Okay, let's go back then to...
It's broadened its horizons, literally.
Let's go back to Street Deck. We'll have more information shortly as well, as Jordan Taylor has left the pit lane. Do you see what we're on about now? Look at that. Antonio Garcia has been replaced by Antonio Garcia. It's been happening all session. Megan.
A new driver change. Garcia to Taylor.
Really?
Finally!
Oh, yes. Antonio Garcia's left and Jordan Taylor has taken over. Hey, it's worked. How about that?
What do you mean?
Yeah, and as we were just talking about before our picture froze, it's Antonio Garcia has been changed over to Jordan Taylor. So they've changed over. Well done. I don't know what's happening, but our internet seems to have died again. We are really lagging out there. Apologies. I know you can probably still hear us, but you can't see us, so we'll flick over to camera number 9 as well, which is the emergency screen, to which you can hear us, but you can't see us. So all of you in the chat, please let us know, can you still hear us instead of seeing us as we flick to the timing screen? Because either way, we're in trouble. It's, I think, died again. As the internet seems to go strong, but we'll still commentate. We'll keep on going.
Just give it a little time
as it comes back through. So do let us know in the YouTube chat if you can still hear us at least instead of seeing us, because I know that is a problem that happens sometimes.
Please don't crash. Please don't crash.
I think it has.
No,
really
I mean Brandon.
Oh, I was on about us. Yeah.
Actually, both don't crash, please. Right. So.
Yeah, just waiting for it to catch up now.
He's on his first full lap.
Yeah, Brendan's out on his first full lap, so we are go. So, are you actually worried that it's going to be something different? Look at that.
Yeah.
Skipped frames due to encoding, 97.6. How are you meant to do anything with this internet, Virgin Media? You are shocking everybody right now. So anyway, it's starting, I think it's starting to rain, Megan, as well over there as well. Yeah, so there's something in the air. It always is the same with you, isn't it?
I can't help this. I don't even know how it happens. Why does it happen?
Not a clue. Not a clue.
I reckon if I ever met him, I'd just accidentally, knock him off a building or something.
Oh, you're kind. Jose Maria Lopez.
Accidentally.
Jose Maria Lopez has come back in to the pit lane as he stands.
I think I'm doing that on the ground.
Have you just been doing that all the time?
What?
Yeah, as I think we're coming through, but not clearly.
Yeah, either way we're coming through.
Yeah, apologies. We just listened to ourselves as well to try and make up. So I think our voice is coming through intermittently, and the frame has gone wrong because the internet has decided to play a negative factor in this one. I've been pinned. My life goal is complete. The little R1, can you hear us okay? Because we're having a few difficulties. So if you can hear us, let us know. But you've been pinned. Life goal is accomplished. Well, you were the first one to put a comment in yesterday, so that was great. And Real Time by WRT is into the pits with Raul Arnard. And that, Megan, is the number 7 Toyota Gazoo Racing having a front suspension change before it goes back out on the track. So that's
I think I just cursed Toyota now.
Sorry,
At the start of FP1, or is there a separate tire allotment for the race? In which case, if I'm an LMP1, I do not waste a set of tires.
You have a separate tyre allocation for qualifying than you do for...
Oh, sorry, the 86 Porsche has had a spin at the back of the track, so he's kept going, but the 86 Porsche in trouble at the entrance to Tête Rouge as well, so keep an eye out at the front as to what's happening there. And all our timing screens have now actually failed up here in the comms box. We've got no streaming whatsoever, so we're going to go for a quick break. Stay with us, we'll be back shortly. You're back with us, and hopefully you can hear us with a 97% error, so that's never good news. We're still having a few technical problems here. Stay with us here while we try and fix it. We're not going anywhere. 31 minutes left for this.
Hello and welcome back. We're still having minor technical difficulties, so I think and hope that
You're back with us here on YouTube. Hopefully everything's now been sorted out. We've got a slow zone in effect. Megan was looking at the monitor as to why, because one of the cars has stopped on the track.
Rodrigo Sales.
And that is why we've got a slow zone out on the circuit. So it's not a full course yellow. It's a yellow flag, but a slow zone basically is that zone of the track goes in, and this is why. We've got a car in the gravel trap down at that first chicane. If we take a look at the deck, there you can see it. So you're right, Megan. It is Rodrigo in the Nielsen Racing, and it's the number 24 that has stopped out on the circuit. So problem there, and hopefully as well, the internet's been fixed again. Which
hopefully.
I'm just becoming IT. I feel like the IT crowd. Hello, IT. We tried to turn it off and on again.
I haven't seen that.
There you go. He's got back on, but
years.
he's coming back on the track now, Megan. But look at the amount of gravel he's going to bring on with him as well.
That isn't good. He's like a leaf blower for a gravel blower.
Yeah, it is the number 24 of Rodrigo Sales for the Nielsen Racing. There he is. Look. Hang on, where is it? Let's have a look how he did it, Megan. Turned in.
He just caught the end of the curb, which is very unlucky. Though, glad that he's got going again, because then it won't be a full course caution like it was last time.
So we should be seeing him back out on the track. Gleekenhouse looks like it's stopped again out there, which is unusual, but we're still in the green. So in terms of the first part of the track is in a slow zone. So zone 1 is slowed down, which is the finish line up until La Chapelle, which is just after the Dunlop Bridge.
Which team won last year?
Toyota.
Who did that? Was it
7-1?
Yeah.
8-1 the year before, yeah.
Oh, look, do you remember when I used to call the certain teams like what their logo had? There's the one I called McDonald's car.
That was only a long time ago, last year, wasn't it now?
Do you know what I figured out? Do you know prawn cocktail skips?
Skips? Skips? What are you on about? Prawn cocktail crisps?
Skips.
What are skips?
They're crisps.
They're called... green flag, by the way. We're back racing. Go on.
Well, I learnt that if it's certain, they kind of taste like a Big Mac and fries or
Right.
I just noticed that when I was eating some today.
Did you eat prawn cocktail because of the prawn crackers?
Yes.
I thought you might. That's why I like prawn cocktail as well. Do we have any prawn cocktail? We should get some prawn cocktail for the Le Mans race.
We should, because I've noticed I actually like
Crisp
prawn
of choice.
cocktail
Yeah,
things.
crisp of choice today though. Megan has. In fact, if we come up to the main camera in a second, crisp of choice is what is it? Sour cream and onion Pringles.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I tell you what, that's just the belly. Oh, and of course some chocolate. Who doesn't like chocolate? But as well, you know, Megan, the commentary box is going to get stacked with a lot of food just alongside us. There will even be tea and coffee making facilities.
Do you know what I should do? When I come home from college on Thursday...
I was going to suggest shave your head and become a lion tamer in Las Vegas, but whatever.
No.
Go
on. Right. I get frustrated with the lions.
Not the fact that you have to shave your head because you've never had a haircut in years. That's why you look like the Cowardly Lion.
Well, our cousin hadn't had one.
Hang on. I like to say years. You've never actually had a haircut, as far as I know.
No. My hair's still healthy as well. It's weird.
I think 1,000 women who are watching the stream right now, Megan, are now just not only envious of you, but they're now going to come after you just for your hair. Which gets...
I always had compliments on it as well.
It gets everywhere. I found one on the inside of the car yesterday. in the door in the door handle latch in the front seat. There was just it's
I found my one in my book earlier. I was like, what?
Yes. Let's go over to the YouTube chat as well, because
it's so thick as well.
The Little Owl said the best crisps are easily Walker Squared. So underrated indeed. Pringles are
They actually had them in the college shop.
Do they?
Yeah.
Have you seen those new ones on the way into Aldi?
Which ones?
The cheesy ones, like a cornetto shaped things.
I love them.
They look interesting. Might get some of those for them on.
Do you remember when...
Although if Luke is watching,
Auntie
yes.
Sam and Uncle Stephen came, they got them.
That's it, yeah. By the way, if Luke Easton is watching as well, yes, we are going to have some water bottles this year, as well as 24 cans of Coke, which is Pepsi Max as well. Just to have.
I should pop into Aldi on Thursday, well, tomorrow, if my feet aren't still blistered.
Yeah, you're also still wearing your shoes.
Yeah.
I'm wearing trainers. You're wearing boots.
I just can't be bothered to put my trainers on. And I should probably try and find some things there.
Some what?
Some things.
Oh, snacks, yeah.
Yeah, food.
I was wondering what you were on about there. What do you want? Medals? I don't know. We're live.
Cream.
Yeah. We are live for every single second of the World Endurance Championship, 90th running of the Le Mans 24 hours as well, across practice, qualifying, and of course the race itself. 21 hours I will be doing, but I won't be having sleep for the other three. Oh no, I'll be in the commentary box for Formula One as well.
You should have sleep for at least 1 hour and just let me cover it.
No.
Oh yeah, we'd never get you up again.
Yes. And plus, I've got so much more to do.
Only I can get you to wake up, effectively.
Yeah, because you just knock on the door and don't let me wait and let me go back to sleep.
I knock on the door and actually try and wake you up gently, unlike everyone else who's just like, wake up!
I was in the bath a few evenings ago as well. I told Megan to make sure I'm at the bath by a certain time because I need to get back to the commentary box. So what she do? Knocking on the desk, knocking on the door of the bathroom, just non-stop on the wall until I got out of the bath.
It worked, didn't it?
Yes, but there's a part where it started to feel like I was in Stranger Things in Russia. I was Hopper. And you know what happened to... You know what Hopper did? You haven't seen it, have you?
No.
Oh, you must be the only person
I can do
it
it with an accent. I should have done that.
You have not... Driver changed. Jack Aitken has changed to John Flab as well. What a name. What a name. Some great names in this campaign as well, by the way, that we're going to see throughout the week. So do keep in touch.
Da Costa's on the thing.
Da Costa's out of the track, is he?
Yeah.
That's great news.
Well, he's in the pit right now, but I think he's going next.
Okay. No sign of Louise Beckett from any interviews on the world feeds. That's why we've been relying on Haggerty Radio Le Mans as well to give us some interviews with Shay Ellam's down in the pit lane as well. Always nice to hear from Shay. But we did promise last year, we sort of dipped our toe in the water, didn't we, with Le Mans live commentating? Because I've done Le Mans for years now, commentating on it. We used to do little updates to YouTube every like hour reviews. And then last year, We tried our hand at broadcasting, 12 hours live, 12 hours highlights. But this year, it's the big one, 24 hours non-stop talking. And it is for me as well, that's the problem. It's 24 hours non-stop, so I'm hoping it's going to be a little bit more interesting. But, of course, there'll be things like bathroom breaks and food breaks and things like that. I'll probably eat in here a little bit, but we won't be on camera when I'm eating, will we? For that, you'll probably be in here. To fill things while I eat some food as well. But it's going to be a lot of fun, this one. I'm really genuinely looking forward to it. As we've got to yeah, go on.
I just realised I didn't tell you, did I? Guess what I got while at Aldi?
What?
New York cheesecake.
Oh, you beauty! Oh.
I saw it and I was like, we have not had that in ages.
New York cheesecake. That's yeah.
I know you love it.
I love it. Oh, I'm looking forward to that now. Is it pure on the top?
Yeah.
Oh, there's nothing better. There's nothing better than a bit of New York cheesecake. And of course, not many people eat it, so I get a big fat slice.
Yeah, I only have a little bit.
God, that would give me a sugar rush, won't it? Coming in there as well. But,
tomorrow we should get some more.
Oh, blimey, Megs.
For the Lamar, just like you eat an entire cheesecake like Rachel and Chandler from Friends.
Yeah, during the 24 hours of the Lamar, just eating a cheesecake at the side. Joshua, it's the green flag. And, no, don't mind me.
No, cheesecake more important.
I'm actually at the same time the green flag flies for the 24 hours. You and Dad are commentating on the qualifying. Annoying as hell. I did try honestly not to miss an F1 session this year, but it's kind of inevitable, isn't it?
It's always inevitable. It's going to happen at some point.
At least you're here, though, to commentate on the F1 quali. So that's going to be fun. Hopefully it's not too long either, because qualifying this year have tend to drag a little bit. But the last one, where were we last? Monaco. No, that had a red flag in it as well, didn't it? That took a while.
I'm not sure.
Oh, great TV pictures failed.
Right. So, see, do you remember that comment we had last time? It's like we say right a lot. See, we do that.
I say as well a lot. You say right.
I say right.
Well.
So.
Right, so. That's it. Yeah. Right, so. Right, so, Fred. Right, said Fred. As it comes through as well. So, low. Coming through there. Hypercar has changed over. Brendan Hartley has gone fastest. So the Gleekenhouse Racing has been dethroned at the top by Brendan Hartley in the number 8 Toyota Hypercar Hybrid. It's a 3-minute 29.441.
Okay.
Megan's just tapped the timesheets. She's hearing it over the earphones now as well. But Brendan is fastest, Megan. So maybe that curse has actually...
Maybe his daughter's the counter of it.
Ah, yeah, the baby's here this weekend, isn't she? Yes. The good to your evil, you could say. With baby Hartley out there. It's looking good.
She wasn't born last time. I saw him in a
she's
race.
only a baby. She's been born in the past 6 months. Megan's now desperately trying... Are you trying to curse him on the timing screens? Oh, no. Yellow flag. She's caused a yellow, though. That's what she's done. She's pressed a button.
So which one?
Yeah, you've pressed a button, but who have you caused?
Who?
Yeah, it's just to stop a yellow out there at the moment as they come through. So we'll keep an eye out. And I'm not actually being told. Are you being told why we've got a yellow? I'm not actually seeing anything on our timing screens. It is green flag at the moment, though. So
who did I curse?
Well, whoever caused that has now disappeared as they come onto the side of the track. 17 minutes to go out here until the end of the session. Yellows.
Lopez.
Oh, yes, yeah.
The test day to
yes,
an end.
sorry, yes.
With a red flag. I was just flashing back to last Sunday.
Yes, I was here when that happened.
Seems so recently.
Yes.
Anyway, the hypercar is still first, second, third, and fourth. P2 lining up next at the moment, but of course, as I was just saying, if this should happen during qualifying, it doesn't matter because the furthest down the grid that a hypercar can appear will be fifth. So the Alpine is guaranteed at least to be fifth on the grid, however many P2 cars finish ahead of it.
Here's a question.
Megan? As we just said, Paul Trustwell talking through. Why are you frantically hitting the timing screen? That's not going to do anything. It's not a touch screen.
Something.
It'd be more interesting pressing this one, as it's a timing screen one. This one, look. He is 2.6 seconds down on his previous lap, Brendan Hartley, Megan.
Good.
Not good. He's gone fastest overall. Your curse seems to be dropping, Megan. Anyway,
His daughter's a counter.
Isn't that a good thing that you're not cursing him? Or did you actively now want to be kicked off his Christmas list? You already were, but what's actually going on?
It's complicated.
On board with the 708 to the Gleekenhouse Racing now, heading back down the track. What
doesn't
are you doing?
feel right, me not cursing him.
Well, it's not the race yet. You've got plenty of time until you curse him.
I suppose this is just a practice run for cursing.
This is what caused the yellow flag, Megan, down at the chicane. It's a spin up further back. One of the LMP2s, we believe. It was the 39 Graf Racing who lost it. He turned into the right for the corner and then the car just drifted outright. So
hit them.
Completely lost it around. No, you really didn't. The 39 because way, way down the field. There, look, 28th overall, Graf Racing. Eric Trollier.
He did something.
Yeah, Eric Trollier at the wheel as they come through. Felipe Nasr for Team Penske comes back into the pit lane now as well for this. What's it called again, Megan? This one?
Press the mic.
So, did you not press the microphone? What happened
No,
there?
I was just too close to it.
Oh, I was wondering what you were up to. As you come through as well, Hypercar keeps changing around out there as well with the LMPs. As they keep fluctuating out there.
Is that the 8? Is that the 8?
No.
No.
It's not the 8. That is the 708.
It has an 8 in it.
That's the Hypercar of the Gleekenhouse with Oliver Pla at the wheel. So it's not the correct car you're after. This is not the driver you're looking for. Speaking of not the driver you're looking for, Obi-Wan Kenobi will have to be watched soon. I think there's a gap between qualifying and the second practice session. No, gap between qualifying and the second practice later on tonight, 9 o'clock. So they might be all right. I think we're going throw down shortly, but I'm not hearing anything. The amateur class at the moment, no interviews coming. This is on board with the 708 Gleekenhouse now. Out there, as they head back down the Mulsanne Straight towards the Xbox chicane. Used to be the Forza chicane. Now the PlayStation chicane. It changes as to who sponsors it year on year. There's Satoshi Hoshini, who is in the D-Station Racing, 5th in class at the moment, down to the pits.
That's the one that's got Zach Rubichon, Matt Campbell, and an Irish actor in it, Michael Fassbender, who was staring very intently at the back of the car before disappearing around the back. But the reason he was staring at the car is because it's being corner-weighted, and they also were looking at dampers. I think there's a man or two very, very expensive, about $5,000 of the dampers in his hand, and he was staring at them, comparing the left and the right one, which one should I go for? So I'm not sure if this car has been a little bit untoward, hence the reason they decided to sort of restring it again. And the laser lights are being done as I speak. They're getting towards the end of this bit of rebuild. The polycarbonate or glass fibre wings have gone back on again. But they have done some quite serious work on this, just to try, I think, to work out, probably feeling a little bit loose perhaps, or unwieldy. So they've done a bit of work. They've stuck on a few $1,000s of new dampers, and hopefully everything will be all right with the 93.
As you do.
Thanks for that, guys. Down there on the team for Haggerty Racing Radio Le Mans.
What colour is Brendan's car?
Say again, mate.
What colour is Brendan's car?
Brendan's car is white with red stripe.
Right, gotta look out for that.
The number 8 Toyota. It's not that hard to miss. It's there, look, on the driver tracker. Take a look. There you go. 777 Dempsey Prodon Racing having a driver change out there as well. Of course, owned by Patrick Dempsey, who I have met at Silverstone in 2018. Very nice chap. As they come back through, there's the Be Safe Racing Ferrari, and it's got a little bit of traffic, Megan. Down at the Ford chicane, the number 1 LMP, getting a lot of traffic.
Who's that skipping the corner?
The Orlai car as well. That is the number 9 LMP2. And that is the Prima Orlion team as well down there.
Number 9. Why couldn't you have been 8? And the same team.
It's LMP2 at the moment. And you're not allowed to do that, so race control is going to be on them like a bad habit.
Room as well.
Yes. Right, we're going to... Oh, mechanic's already getting with some sleep ready for tonight.
That is generally what I looked like when I was laying down on the kitchen floor.
Just down like that. Arms out, everything out, yeah. Right, I'm going to have to nip out for just a second because I need a new kitchen roll for tissues. So we're going to throw it to Radio Lamar for just a second. Stay with us here.
Down.
Oh, great. Let's go down to the pit lane. Time that perfectly.
Obvious wrong with that one?
Well, apart from the fact you need sunglasses to go into the pit lane, its pit box has got so much fluorescent. No, I mean, they brought it in, take the wheels off as you would do. A man has plugged a computer in, but not in the way of, oh my gosh, there's some random electrical problem I'll never find. You just kind of, I'll just plug it and have a look and see what's going on. Certainly, they don't seem to be particularly bothered. No indication why they would have made a late decision, and no indication they're going to go out again today, and no indication they're bothered. But so possibly just we've done enough laps now. It's come in.
Dave Hardy's tweets at Radio Le Mans using the hashtag HaggertyRLM. Petrol station in Ashford, Kent, full of stickered up cars. If you're on your way, keep tuned in via Radio Show Limited's player or via radiolemans.com. It's RS1 or RS3 that you want to be listening to. Once you get closer to the track, a little bit south of Alençon, you should be able to pick us up on 91.2.
Now, of course, if you're trackside to listen to Radio Le Mans, but if you're trackside, listen to us if you've got the data, because not only do you get radio commentary, you get TV graphics as well of the live timing screens as well. And if any time, by the way, we're not showing this screen of the timings and you yourself want to see it, drop a message into the chat room and I will put it up immediately because this is the full timings as well. So anytime you want to see it, just let me know. Same goes for Twitter or anything else. We'll try and get it up on the screen throughout the broadcast. But let's take a look then at the class leaders, which seems to be a little bit of an error because I got that all nice a few days ago, you know. Everything was settled, everything was level as well. I spent hours on it. And now, yeah, it's not showing the whole strategy of 4 classes as they come through. Okay, there we go. All good now. As they come down, let's go back up into the Combox camp with the messages and tweet deck as they come through. And it's been a bit of a weird first practice session, hasn't it, Megan? Oh, we've got a yellow flag.
Oh.
To interrupt us. And that's why, because the 45 has hit the barrier big time coming out. And that is the Algarve Pro Racing as well. James Allen in the wheel. This will be a red flag then because he's hit the wall coming in the last corner and he's destroyed the protective tyre barrier that is put around the entrance of the concrete barrier. So he's jumped over the Ford chicane. He's lost braking. He's gone straight on and he's caught the side of that tyre wall, ripped off the front left cover of the wheel as well and has put those tyres up in the wall. I wouldn't be surprised, Megan. You're not going to get that fixed in 8 minutes. And because it's a difficult part of the track, they might have to red flag it because those tyres are out of position. It's a rule, isn't it? You've got to stop it.
They might have to red flag it. Though, just as that happens, there's a new,
in LMP, in LMP2, it is Alexander Lynn has gone up there to 4th fastest on a 330.238, but he set that under yellows in that last sector, so he might get that taken away from him. But he has split the Toyota of Jose Maria Lopez down to 5th now overall. But that car, Megan, still at the entrance of the last corner at the Ford chicane of Macudamon with barrier damage. Very surprised they don't red flag it. They've got cars still flying through there.
That was... Okay, it's difficult to tell which one is which.
Well, we're looking at the 45.
Stephen Thomas was the one in the car. It's difficult because both of his names are first names, which always confuses me when I'm reading a driver. Right, so it's now turned into a slow zone.
Right, so they're not going to red flag, they're going to slow zone, but with 6 minutes 48 to go.
They're going to slow zone because it's right next to this. We can easily take
Yeah,
that
but
in while
that,
you're doing it.
that kind of fails everything, doesn't it? Because they're not going to get that sorted in 6 minutes.
No.
So now there's a slow zone in the last part of the track. No one's going to improve on their times. They'll all come into the pit lane. It may
as well red.
That may as well be a red flag, yeah, because it's too late to go green again. That barrier is going to take around about 20 minutes to repair. If it was a race, we'd have a safety car right now. Or maybe a slow zone, yes. But considering that anybody can still drop it under 80-mile-an-hour speed limits, this should really be a red flag. I can't see why they haven't stopped the session here. It's not the race, it is the practice with 6 minutes to go. But the good thing is where he's actually stopped, Stephen Thomas. It's just alongside where the tractor had to come out as well. I think we're going to see it now, Megan, in live action. Talk us to it.
Right, so...
it's through the gravel to begin with. Oh.
That wasn't even slowing down. Did he just, overestimate where he was?
I think he missed the first part of the track, didn't he? Just shot straight on
It's like he
into
didn't
the
even
wall.
realise that it wasn't part of the track.
Yeah, not good at all. And that's why we've got the yellows out there. No sign of red flag. With 5 minutes 26 to go. We'll keep an eye out, though, if it does go red, because you'll be able to know it. We've only got a slow zone at the moment, not even a full course yellow. And let's just get this straight. We threw a full course yellow for a car in the gravel trap. We didn't throw a full course yellow for a tyre wall being damaged. That's where we are right now in this situation. That seems a bit wrong to me. It's speechless,
Why
isn't it?
isn't it a full course? We have literal people on there.
They are going slow. As I said, they're going at slow zone speeds, which is 80 kilometres an hour.
Question, what happens if someone does that again? That's a
Yeah.
lot of people there.
And if it's a brake failure, you're not exactly going to stop him, are you? It's
Exactly.
bit dangerous, but that's his Lamar, I suppose. At least that slow zone still lets them go fast around the other parts of the track for 4 minutes. Just when you get out of the Porsche curves, you've got to slow down coming through. I thought we were going to go down pit lane there when Ben Constantura said there as well. As they're coming through. 92 Porsches in as well.
Huh.
Yeah, it's into the pit lane.
4 minutes to go now, and it's... I just heard... Who's commentating? They said exactly the same thing
Yeah,
as me.
that, I think, came from Jim on the
exact
Radio
same thing
Lamar.
as me.
Yeah. I think I heard that in my left ear as well. Yeah, and the left ear, and look, there's all the cars now just saying, yeah, it's not worth it. We're going to go straight into the pits. And this is GTE-Pro. This is the 51 Ferrari. This is at the start of the session. 3 hours ago, a whole new engine had to be put in that car after a problem with it, which is okay. No penalty. It'll keep on going because it's a new one. But it's taken back 3 hours to get that repaired.
It's just missed an entire one.
That's crucial. That car's going to go into qualifying now with no data. No data on the engine as well. No data. It's the worst time to have a failure. But I think they're going to get it out. Have they done it? It's fired up. They've got it out.
We're going to get a tiny bit of data.
Where is the 51 Ferrari? Where is it on the timing screen? It was last. Where has it gone up to? It's done a 4:24.636. So it is last, 62nd overall, as you can see right at the bottom here of your timing screens. But that's impressive, Megs. Impressive indeed.
It is impressive, yes.
2 minutes 48 to go. And we need a break, to be fair.
I
You do? Yeah, you do. I'm fine. I could keep going for... We're going to have to for 24 hours, but yeah.
Do I have to do anything else? Because I just want to shower and sleep.
I would at least stand by for quali, but I don't know how long that is.
When's
that? 6 o'clock till 8. 6. I think it's only an hour. 6 o'clock till 7. I think quali is only an hour, if I remember correct. I've got the times here. I could just tell you. Didn't think of that.
On board with number 8.
It's your favourite driver, Megan. It's Brendan Hartley.
I wonder what he's going to do.
I don't know, but he's told you, please stay away from me. Yeah, he doesn't want you anywhere near him.
He's got his headlights on.
To be fair, I don't blame him. Right, join us later on. Yeah,
He's
okay.
not pitting.
Qualifying 6 till 7. I think you could do that, can't you? 6 till 7 quali. It's only a 2 hour break. It's not that long, is it? Megan now acting like she's had enough.
I have had enough.
Yeah, but 6 till 7, then we get to watch Obi.
I just want to sleep.
Don't make me do Jar Jar.
No.
All right, never mind. Checker Flat's coming out in 90 seconds as well. Don't make me do Jar Jar Binks. I will do Jar Jar.
I will find who killed Jar Jar Binks and imitate them.
Don't think Jar Jar's actually dead. I think he's on the streets of Theed.
On the streets of...
Yeah, he's a clown now, I believe.
Okay,
Although-
that's a downgrade and a half. General to ambassador.
Bombad
Clown.
General.
Bombad General to ambassador to clown.
Well, remember what Yusar did to get Palpy into power?
You would have thought that Palpatine would have rewarded him.
Orby? No. After he did that, he thought, Misa in big doo-doo this time. He didn't even say that. It was the other one. He says, Yusa in big doo-doo this time. Now, I do the fish one good. Who's the fish one? The leader of the Separatist Alliance, not Dooku, the other one, the fishy one. You know what I'm on about.
Yeah, hold on.
Senator. Oh, what's it called?
No, it's not Senator.
I can't remember. Checker Flag's out in 20 seconds, 7 seconds anyway, so I'm sure we'll get the...
Viceroy Gunray.
Gunray, yeah. Viceroy Gunray, yeah. Yes. Well, there's a slow zone out of there. Green flag, track clear with the time coming over. Eduardo Freitas.
2, 1. Slow zone removed. Prepare for checkered flag.
Slow zone removed then.
Yeah, and Eduardo Freitas has removed the slow zone, and the checkered flag is waved here. This is getting out of hand. Now there are 2 of them. When they go then, checkered flag is out. The session is over. 3 hours then of the first practice session here for Le Mans over. Let's go down to Shea Adams.
It doesn't hurt to see the 1 liter light on the car, the best light on the car. Yeah, WeatherTech Porsche is running strong. We had a decent test day running just through all the different preparations that you have to do coming here to Le Mans. But so far so good. You know, we did a few splitter changes during this session just to see which one we like better. Ran through some other setup changes and ended up quickest in the session, as you said. So happy with that, but long week ahead and a long race ahead. So it doesn't hurt to start the weekend off this way, but hopefully we finish at the same position.
You've won major races, Sebring, Petit Le Mans, but this is the race that you want on your CV more than any other. What are the feelings like to finally be back at Lithsarth after a year?
No, it's great. It's actually been a lot less than a year, right? Because we were just here in August. But, it's great to be back. This is my 9th time doing Le Mans, a couple podiums, but both times 3rd place. So, winning the race would be huge, which I think we can do. Julian's in the car, and he's won the race before in a Porsche with the same team, so he's obviously strong. Thomas is his first time here, but he just ran a solid lap time pretty easily. So, so far so good. We just need to stay out of trouble, keep the car clean, and be there at the end.
Well, the obvious place to be in the...
Absolutely. Great news. Right, here's the results then. It's the number 8 Toyota Gazoo Racing who goes top. The 709 Gleekenhaus is 2nd and 3rd with the 709 and 708 as well in the hypercar. Then followed down LMP2 top the order as well with the 23 United Autosports USA. Further down the order, the LMGTE-Pro takes us to the 33rd position. The 63 Corvette Racing goes top as well. GT-Am lead driver is in 39th position. The 79 WeatherTech Raceway as well. The Porsche 911 RSR 19 going top overall on the board. Ferrari, of course, by the way, who only got 1 lap in the end. As well, 4 laps in total, but 1 complete lap was a 401.511, so jumps up the order, I believe, to around about 41st position, but it's an unofficial lap due to the slow zone being out there on the circuit. But interesting first session then here for the Le Mans 24 hours. We've got a yellow flag, Megan, shown on the circuit. Circuit now.
Hartley?
Well, he's still out there, and I'm not sure why.
So it's
the yellow.
possible that it's Hartley.
No, it's the 56 Porsche. in the Am category has spun down at the Porsche curves. Don't do that. No. It's the Team Project One with Brendan Arbe in the American driver is out at the beginning of the Porsche curves.
At least I cursed a Brendan.
Yes, you did.
That's not the right one.
The wrong Brendan you've cursed, but it is a Brendan at least as well as they come through. Insane to think that. Let's take a look then. How did he do it, Megs? Turns in. He just drifts in. That looks like a puncture to me, doesn't it? The way it just sort of drifted in. You were on about the propulsing effect. That just went round. No difference.
Why do they keep just driving into things without even braking?
It's wind speed's not up there. Look, because I tell you what, wind direction 291 and 103.1. It's remained consistent throughout the session.
The humidity's going up as well.
Yeah, track temperatures now is 42.3. Humidity, what is it, 52%? So that's increased. But not good news for the Team Project One cars then. Going off after the flag. That's not good news. That'll delay the next session then. Out there on the circuit as they come through. Not for us. All still going here on time. This is the next session will get shot down a little bit. We'll be fine.
No.
Qualifying next though. Only an hour. Hey, it's going to be fun. Hour. Oh, okay, Megan's gone. No. It'll be fun. Hour quali. Right. That's it. We're done here. Thanks for your company here throughout this difficult first practice session. Usually, this isn't broadcast, not just from us, but from FIA World Endurance as well. But this time it was. But it is Brendan Hartley who set the fastest time in the hypercar for Toyota. He goes top on a 329.441. Megan, looks like your curse might be breaking. It's not bad, is it?
I doubt it.
Yes, okay. We'll be back then at, I think, 6:50 British Summer Time. For all of the action from the next practice, you can subscribe and set the automatic link for a reminder. All the streams are ready, so join us for qualifying in a few hours' time. Thanks for your company. Bye for now.